What do my phone? Shit. I'm gonna grab my phone real quick, Craig. I'll be right back.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll be I'm going live now, so by the time you get back, I'll be finished. Yeah. We are here. What's up, everyone? Coming on here, man. We talking about Brother Sebastian, JJ 7000. They have a debate coming up. This is a countdown to the atheism debate between these two guys. We gonna enjoy this debate. We gonna have this debate. These two guys right here, man, they have been setting up this debate for a while. They've been knowing each other. So it's an atheism versus theism debate. Which was best for the black community? And the reason why we having this debate at this time, we try to get something clarified, especially come from the atheism position. I'm an atheist. Everybody know I'm an atheist. So we gonna get into this video. My brother JJ 7000 dropped on Sebastian. Just try to he throwing them punches at Sebastian. So we gonna get to know Sebastian. A lot of y'all don't know him, but he been around in this community for a while. So this was up. So let me go to get into this video. I'm gonna get into a little theme song. I always gotta come on with the theme song. Sebastian, you back? I'm saying.
Man, I'm back, bro.
Okay.
Ready for whatever.
Yeah. So say, what's up to everyone, man?
Man, what's good, man? Everybody, my name is Sebastian Cole. If you don't know me, that's Cole with a K. You can find my music if you're ever looking for it. It's on all the streaming platforms under the name Sebastian Cole. Yeah, man, this is gonna be interesting. I didn't see the video JJ put out by me. I call him Juvenile Judah 666 or Jeremiah Judah. Let me get pump 2. Let me get 7 on pump 2. One of them two, but
you beat up on the homie Jeremiah Judah already, man. He started the show good. I already know you beat up on him already.
You know what it is, man.
I got a little rival, man. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna go out and play his video right quick. Let me go out and get to it. Yeah. Share my screen. Yeah, so anything else you want to tell the people right quick before I start the video,
man? Go ahead. I'm gonna tell them why this. Just go ahead and play it, man. We gonna get into it.
Yeah,
man.
we gonna get into it. All right, that's what's up. There we go. Patient, everybody. My share screen. Oh, there you go, share screen. All right. You see the screen, Sebastian?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Sound showing good. Play it. Get him, Jeremiah. Get him.
Shit.
Good lines there. Hey, I'm just coming, giving y'all a little update of what's going on with JJ 7000. My next debate is coming up August 14th. Sebastian Cole, R&B singer / comedian, will be taking on Jeremiah Judah, the people's champ, in the Lions Den. This debate will be in the Lions Den, man. Everybody, stay tuned for that, man. This guy's running around here talking about being an atheist is best for the black community. You know what I'm saying? We not doing that. You see, I got my killer with me. You know what I'm saying? Blackenstein. He out here with 7,000. You see? This is Blackenstein right here. We kill monsters. And this atheist thing going on basically is a monster. You see? It's a monster to the black community. It does us nothing good to take away your spiritual essence. Your soul. They don't believe you have a soul or a spirit.
Nah, I don't.
You see? They don't believe that, man.
Nah, I don't.
You see that? And then look, atheism has nothing to do There we go. I'm back. Has nothing to do with our people. Nothing. I mean, the brother. Look, I just got off. Come on, dog. Come on. Leave that alone. Look, the brother. I asked him. I said, "Show me one."
He didn't tag me in this.
I told him, "Show me one
Mighty funny.
atheist leader."
Mighty funny. He said he had to go.
Help our people in this movement, in this struggle in the United States.
Good.
Show us one. Shalom, Sister Karima. Maccabees, Nehemiah, shalom. You see what I'm saying? He couldn't do that. Look. Even non-believers who are not even in a church or a mosque or a camp or they're just non-religious. They still find some way to go pray and give reverence to this higher power, man. Being a non-believer takes away your spirit, your soul, your very essence of being a human being.
No.
Because with believing in the spirit and the soul, you have a connection to the Most High, man.
No.
And they don't have that. They don't have that at all.
No.
So, like I said, bro, I asked this brother, man, Sebastian Cole. I said, bro, where's the people who believe these non-Bible believers? Where's their movement at? Oh, atheism is not a movement.
Atheism is not a movement.
Well, if it's not a movement, how is it best for our people to bring us together? I got him on tape saying, come on. Let's go, Blackenstein.
Who said anything about bringing everybody together?
Hey, me and Blackenstein, we kill monsters. I'm Frankenstein, this Blackenstein. Frankenstein was the one who killed monsters. Well, actually, he created a monster, and now he got to kill it. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
and that's another topic. You know, that monster over there at starting at the TV, I created that monster. I took the
power that.
And now Sarnetta got to kill it. You know, the Sarnetta the last 2 days Nepal has been on the air. Sarnetta has taken the video down. You know why? Because Nepal shows her true self. She shows who she really is. She's a manipulator. She's a Jezebel.
She's a Jezebel.
Now I'm gonna say this one more time. A Jezebel can be also spirit, can also be carried on in a man. But right now she carrying that spirit of control.
Don't get back to you. Don't worry about
show his weakness. That's why he took down the video, because she was telling him what to do on his own shit.
This nigga up, man.
But back to you, Sebastian.
Yeah, back to Sebastian. Get him.
Everything I'm talking about is a logical fallacy. Yeah. It's a this, it's a that. It's bullshit.
No.
In debates like this, what's best for our black community is basically just two opinions.
No.
Who's bringing the best information to the table to prove to? He talking about you trying to appeal to the audience and appeal.
No,
to,
I didn't say appeal to the audience.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to appeal to the people. That's the purpose of being in the goddamn debate.
That's not what I said, Jeremiah.
They can see things your way.
That's not what I said, Jeremiah.
Come over here and be a part of what we believe in over here.
That ain't what I said, Jeremiah.
Or if I'm in a debate, I'm trying to debunk some bullshit that y'all spewing out. You ain't gonna sit up here and tell me that atheism is best for the black community.
Yes, I am.
That's even part of our culture, bro.
Yes, I am.
It's almost genetic. Believe me, it's so believing in the higher power spirit. It's so instilled in us. It's in our DNA. It's almost genetically impossible to be an atheist. And I'm gonna bring out some scholarly information to show y'all that in a debate.
Bro, it can't be genetically impossible.
Man,
I am an atheist.
Look, they don't really want to get in a war or a smoke or a debate with 7,000, man. But like I said, I've been stepping it up on my last debates with this information. Each one, I'm getting better and better. And like I say, man, I'm gonna shut that bullshit down, man.
No, you're not.
Real talk. Hey, shalom, Thought. Original Thought. Hey, I see you, family.
Thought.
What's up in here?
Thought.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that shit was hard, man. Like, ain't nobody really following that shit, man. Ain't nobody believing in that stuff. The serpent is Jesus. And then any fool who says she won is a fool. The blind leaving the blind.
He keep hopping back to that one. We gave him credit for that one. He started right there, man. Debate.
I got to move on to something else. But you know, don't get me wrong.
That debate, but she didn't win it either. So
he been crying. He been crying. What you getting up there crying for? Then you take the videos down. Because Nepal's an idiot. Hey, I see you, Brother Jonathan. How you doing, family? Barakatah. But yeah, man, I'm just really telling Sebastian, man. You know, bro, you look. Like I said, 94% of African Americans.
Okay.
they have some kind of concept, whether they believe in African spirituality and African spirituality, they pray Uladu Marie or some kind of
Get him,
God concept.
JJ.
There is no
Get him.
African culture that just don't give no
What's he
reverence
get? He
to a
ain't doing
God.
nothing but naming
Period.
non-existent entities.
So it's theism versus atheism. What's best for our community? He trying to say, well, all the things. Well, since we've been theists so long, look at all the bad stuff in the community. That's what he's gonna try to point out in the debate. I'm gonna show you the
No,
benefits of being a theist. Then I'm gonna show you, like I say, look. Most of these atheists, man, most of them, like most of the serial killers and shit, they atheists, bro.
that's
They don't
not
have no
true. You're
spirit, no
lying.
soul.
You're lying.
You walk around. Who want to be around a person who don't even believe they have a soul or a spirit?
You are lying. That's not true. Our prison system is
And you
filled
pushing
with
this shit on
theists.
our community? Once again, this is gonna be another annihilation by JJ 75.
If
Should be
that's
on the
all he
8.
got, he
I
gonna have
love
to
the
do
brother,
better
man,
than that.
Sebastian, but you're gonna have to come up out of this.
He
Because my
gonna have to do
goal
better than that.
to show you the information and show you a better way of thinking.
Oh, little
You know,
man.
I'm not doing this just
Oh,
to play. I'm trying to win people over.
Jeremiah Juvenile.
You know, you say you
Oh,
ain't trying to convert nobody, but hey, that's
oh,
you. I want the most out of
Jeremiah
you.
Juvenile
To bring,
7,000.
more people to them. That's my job. You know, I might not go about it the conventional way, but this is how I get down. And like I say, you got a lot of people out there listening that's in the gray area. Guess what? Then the people I'm really trying to reach, the ones in the gray area.
I'm just trying to read
You
focus
know
on
what
your
I'm saying?
sentence. That's all.
That's
That's
what
all.
I'm talking about. The ones in the gray. Watch him. Watch him. It's a killer right here, y'all. See that big dog down there? This one right here would tear his ass up. Right off his feet first. He ain't playing. That's Blackenstein right there, boy. Killer. Anyway, like I said, hey, y'all stay tuned for this debate, man. This is just another. I'm just going through all the strange doctrines that we have out here, man.
Yeah,
You know,
do that.
we got a
Do
lot of
that,
mixed
bro.
up black folks.
Yeah, do
And
that.
JJ 7000, the Lions Den, we here to straighten it out.
JJ
You understand?
7,000 to the
And with that
Lions
being said,
Den,
the People's
baby.
Champ signing out.
Shout out to the
Shalom,
Lions
Barakatah.
Den.
One.
Shout out to the Lions Den.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice and all.
It was nice.
That's nice and all.
JJ 7,000. He looking in too because I sent him the link to watch. So you better watch yourself, Sebastian, right now.
Man, I ain't got
Watch.
to
And then we had the whole Air Poo crew watching right now. And shout out to the Air Poo crew. Let me see. We got Sister Shecklet, Neo Love, Zerubbabel, Ruben, and Denise. They all watching it. They got a blank screen. I think they're JJ 7000. That blank screen. They little group call, the group chat call. So they watching you. So watch yourself right now.
Man, this ain't much, man. Let me just say this to the brother, man. Like, first off, he lied to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yahweh ain't taught him to quit lying yet. He said he had so much stuff he had to do. He couldn't come talk to me. He hopped right on the internet for 8 more minutes and walked his dog. You could have walked your dog with me. But he didn't want to walk the dog with me because he knew I was going to walk the dog with his ass. You get what I'm saying?
Bars.
he didn't want to do that. See, here go the problem, bro. This is the problem. Here's the problem with theism just en masse. I'm not even going to take you to the debate, but here's the problem with theism en masse. It's a thought pattern, Craig. And we got to be real careful with what we think. The Apostle Paul even said that he delivers the message of Christ through the foolishness of preaching. That's what the book say. He knows that it is foolishness, right? It says again, I've taken the foolish things of this world. He knows that this is foolishness. It's foolishness because it is based on unsubstantiated assertions, things that you cannot prove to be true, and only true information is practically applicable, bro. Bro, I can tell you anything. If it's not true, you can't do nothing with it that's applicable, right? I can tell you that the moon is made out of cheese. If you go up there with 2 pieces of bread, you ain't gonna be able to make a sandwich, right? But I can tell you that, but unless it's true, you can't do nothing with it. That's the problem with this. You got people out here believing in magic, fairy tales, spells, wishes, prayers, incantations, necromancy. Bro, you talking to a dead man. You talking to a dead man thinking that he gonna do something for you, bro. There is nothing good that comes of that. The good that comes from theist is the good that is in theist. There is nothing good about the God they know or claim to know that you could not possibly know, because you already saying he's spaceless, timeless, immaterial. Anything that doesn't occupy space or time doesn't exist in this universe. Right? So you've already said that this guy don't exist in this universe. You've already said that. You've admitted to that because you gave him characteristics of being spaceless and timeless. If it does not occupy space or time, then it is immaterial. And if it does not occupy space and time, then why are you giving it space and time in your life? It does nothing in the material world. It does nothing in the material world, bro. He going on with that, man. And that's not even the debate. That's just me telling you. Like we at some point, we would do our best work, bro, to figure out reality. Bro, I know so many brothers that come back into this back chat. We be back there just going at it, man. We be on Sarnetta page. We be on Garfield page. We over here with you. The Lions Den got a page. Everybody got a page. And man, they spent so many years of their life, so many hours of their day researching fiction and mythology. If they
whoa. So you calling that God fiction and mythology?
Absolutely.
Oh, man. You must be an atheist, brother.
I am absolutely an atheist.
Oh, okay. This was
absolutely.
What's up, fellow atheist? That's all I'm saying.
My brother, right? But you spent all that time researching fiction and mythology. Had you put that effort into learning math and physics, I promise you the community would be better off. And here, take this bet. If anybody wants to take this bet, get every prayer warrior you know in one room. Let them pray for the cure for cancer. And I'll put 3 physicists in a room working on the cure for cancer. I bet you the physicists find it first. And all the theists gonna be able to do is say, well, we prayed for it. That's how they found it.
Yeah, damn. Just the prayer, bro.
They gonna take credit for what human beings did. That's what they do.
Is they gonna give it to they God?
They're gonna give it to God. See, God answered our prayer. That's how come he was able to come up with it. Okay, all right. Man, theology has been and is continuing to be a stumbling block to the advancement technologically, scientifically, educationally, in health and wellness, bro. This is empirically true. I'm gonna show this in the debate. I'm just gonna show it to you. I'm just gonna lay out the facts so you can see them. Right? Theology there is not one thing, I said this, and you prove me wrong. I know you're an atheist too, so this might not, but I'm gonna see.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my religious hat on right now. I used to be religious, bro.
Me too.
I'm gonna put my religious hat on.
So prove me wrong right here. God is not the explanation to, or explanation for, or answer to anything.
Except what we can't fathom, brother.
No, you see, God still doesn't answer it. God is just another way of saying, I don't know it.
So you trying to say that, brother, the God of the gap, you trying to hit me with the God of the gap, child, if I say God know it? God, you just can't understand it?
Bro, God only exists in the gaps. God is a placeholder. God is just another way of saying, I do not understand. Really, whenever a person says God, all they're really doing is saying incredulity. I don't understand it. That's it. That's it. That's all you're saying is, I don't have knowledge of that.
What the big word you just hit me with?
Incredulity.
Oh, man. Y'all hear the big word, right? We eat big words. Eat big old words right there, y'all.
Bro, you know what? I don't even need to use big words for such a little fella. Let me make a little word for JJ 7000.
Oh, man.
For JJ 7000, we're going to call that dumbness.
Oh, man. The word and the opinion of Sebastian right now do not reflect the words and the opinion of this program. Nor RaXchet Craige.
Man, listen, bro. When you say... Again, when you bring up God, all you really saying is you don't know. And it's okay to just say, I don't know. It's far more honest to say that I don't know than to assert that you do know and be wrong. You can't know, like, in order for, okay, for example, I hear people talk about. As a matter of fact, I was talking to a brother the other night about Atlantis, right? And he said he knows where Atlantis is, and he said, man, back in them days they was using magnets to move heavy stones. Okay, how do you know that? How do you know that? Because in order to know that, even if you found magnets next to heavy stones, in order to know that they were using the magnets to move heavy stones, you would have to reverse engineer the process. You'd have to make it happen again. Otherwise, you couldn't make that assertion. Okay. So you can't just say something until you can show the mechanism by which it does it. So you can't just say God did something if you can't show the mechanism by which he did it. Right? You basically a theist is a person who is taking second or third hand information of something that somebody said God did. That will hold up in court nowhere. Nowhere. It ain't a court on the planet where I can go in and say, well, Craige told me Jeremiah said he did it. And somebody go, oh, I guess that means Jeremiah did it. What? No, that ain't how that works, Craige. That's not how that works. You can't go in with, well, Moses said, God said he did it. Who the fuck cares about that? But I need to see the mechanism by which he did it so I can give him credit for doing it. Right? Show me how he did. How did he do that? How do you know he did it? Just because somebody said he did it? Man, get out of here. Get out.
Yeah, Sebastian. Hey, I have a question that came into my inbox, right? And believe that, damn, a lot more people tuned in than I thought. First, the question is, it said, yo, ask him, how does he reply to people claiming God was the mechanism behind the Big Bang, or the idea that God is the force to cause changes?
Okay, again, that's an assertion. You'd have to show me by what mechanism, if a spaceless, timeless, formless, immaterial being, how could that interact with things with space, time, and form? How is that possible? If you can show me how that's possible, then I might even say, yeah, you're right. But it has to be a possibility. Things that do not occupy space cannot affect things that do occupy space. Imaginary numbers and real numbers can't be combined. They just don't work like that.
Hey, right? but I'm gonna stop you. That was Brother Rocky from the Dagger Squad, and he told me to make sure you know who you're talking to. He actually from a
no diss to Brother Rocky, but the answer.
He actually because he wants you to know the content to put in, so you know that he's actually for him to reply to somebody who's saying.
Oh well, bro, just basically just tell him, look. To say God is not, I still need to know the mechanism. Saying God that's not an answer. Again, God does not answer anything, right? In other words, if I ask if Craige came to LA and I say, Craige, how'd you get here? God, what do I know about Craig's journey? Nothing. I don't know anything. Are you saying you just magically appeared here? Because when I say God, all I'm saying is magic, basically. Right? How did you get here? I got on the bus, I got on a plane, I got on a train. Right? Okay. I took the car. Okay. That's the mechanism you use to get there. Now I know something. To say, again, when I say God, basically I'm saying I don't know. Right? So you can assert that God did anything. I could also assert that the flying spaghetti monster did it. My answer is
my favorite deity.
Yours. Huh?
My favorite deity. Flying spaghetti monster.
Flying spaghetti monster. Pastafarians.
Yeah, my favorite. Hey, but he came back with another question though. Also, he said, the same way we can't identify the specific mechanism in evolution. Ask him that one. I want to hear this. Reply.
I can identify the specific mechanism in evolution. Okay, now evolution. This has nothing to do with theism or atheism because there are tons of theistic evolutionists and there are tons of atheists that do not understand evolution. Okay, so theism and evolution do not go together. They don't go together, or they are not at odds, I should say. There are tons of people who, one of the leading evolutionary scientists is a born again believer. Okay, so we got to stop putting science against God. But the fact that somebody would want to put science against God proves my point. But let me talk about this. I do know the exact mechanisms of evolution: sexual selection, environmental pressures, genetic shift, mutations, duplications. These 5 things create evolution. And I can also add separated populations. These 6 things create evolution, right? That's the mechanism by which they work. We know that to be the case because we do it all the time. This is where we get species of dogs from. This is how we made the common cow. This is how we made bananas from plantains. This is how we made our everyday corn from maize. We know this to work.
Teaching moment, y'all. This is a teaching moment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can look this
is how
up.
we make different strains of weed. Yeah, let me break it down to something y'all might understand. Right?
He said weed. Oh, man, you talking weed? The weed god? That's the only god I know right now. The weed god.
I own a farm. I got a weed farm up in Oregon, man. I got 40 acres growing out there. You get what I'm saying? And we create new strains or new species of marijuana by sexual selection and taking care of the pressures. Right? The genetic drift, we take the ones that we like, we keep the good stems together, the good clones together, marry them, we do it again. Right? Same way you make an avocado tree. So the basis by which the mechanism by which evolution occurs, we know that very well. That's not a God moment. We know that very well. What we don't know is how special creation could take place.
What special creation?
A genus or a species pop up out of nowhere. We've never seen that.
Oh, okay.
We've never seen any god poof a species into existence. We've never seen
like Adam and Eve.
Like Adam and Eve. We've never seen that. And we have no mechanism by which that could occur.
Yeah. Adam and Eve, the dirt thing to mean. The atom, right? Adam, right?
Yeah.
Just Adam.
Yeah.
Dirt to man. There was a lot of mechanisms. If there was evolutionary moment, it was a lot of mechanisms left out that one.
Bro, I'm gonna put it to you like this: for those who put evolution against creation, if they believe the Bible, then they got to tell me about the flood. Because of the millions and millions of species out here, they say they brought 2 of a certain kind. Which means, let's say you just took the dog kind. Well, I don't know what the dog kind is, so let me just say they brought 2 wolves. Well, that means since the flood, all these species would have had to come out and evolve from those wolves since the flood, because we got way more in the dog kind than just wolves now. Right, and all the other dogs would have been gone unless you're telling me you bring in 2 of every species, and then you ain't got enough room on this boat for that. No way, right? So either you believe that evolution is a slow and methodical, millions of year process, or you believe it happens every other day. But you can't run from it.
So the young creationist Earth story out of here.
Out of here, bro.
Out of here. I get you. Exactly.
But if you want to go with it, then you can't get out of evolution. You got to pick a side. You can't be anti-Big Bang and anti-evolution at the same time. It just ain't gonna work out. One of them ain't gonna work.
Let me go back. Let's go back. I got another question. Tell them Jesus is in our DNA because the trying Jesus is the mechanism. It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah.
Jesus the mechanism.
Yeah, but so basically what you're saying is you don't know. Well, okay, fine. Okay, cool. Cool.
Jesus is in our DNA.
Let me tell you what happened to me one time, man. I was in 10th grade, bro. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, bro. It was this big preacher in our hometown named Pastor Mike Moore. Shout out to Pastor Mike Moore, by the way. I got some good friends that still go to his church. And Pastor Mike Moore used to come on the radio on Sunday night. He had a theme song that said, "The word of God is the answer. The word of God is the answer." That's what the theme song said, right? So one day, bro, I'm in goddamn trigonometry class. Mr. Kelly, my teacher. Shout out to Brother Jesse Kelly, good man, taught me a lot of things. And Mr. Kelly gave us a trig test. And boy, that last question, I was tired of doing math. I just put down the word of God. I literally wrote down for the answer, the word of God. Guess what happened when I got that test back? That was not the answer.
That was not the answer.
That was not the answer. And Brother Kelly laughed at me. He was like, Brother Tillman, I see you over there putting down the word of God. I said that's what the pastor told me. He told me that was the answer. He said, well, that ain't the answer to this.
We gonna let you get down. That's cheating. I put that down, man.
Yeah, I put it down for everything. Put it down for everything. The word of God don't answer it, bro. That ain't it, Chief.
Yeah, so a shout out to people who are taking the test. If you have anything, right, the God,
Just
right in God, because if you supposed to write in God according to people thinking God, God, but when your teacher get a hold of it, he gonna say, hey,
that ain't the answer, Chief. That ain't it, Chief.
You need to try.
Yeah, go to a physics class and put down God or Jesus for that. Go to an astrophysics class. None of that gonna fly, bro. It's not the answer, and because it's not the answer, we can't build our knowledge on that, right? We can't build our knowledge, man. We go into space, man, for fun nowadays, man. We couldn't do that because Jesus is the mechanism. We had to know the numbers. We got to know the physics, the science, right, so that we can actually accomplish things. Jesus didn't do that. Jesus didn't do that. Yeah. You got to know something out here in this world, man. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And Huey Newton said that power is the ability to define phenomena and get it to behave in a desired manner, right? So if we want to define our own phenomena and make that phenomena behave the way we want it to do it, we're going to need some power. And the only power that I know of in this world is knowledge, man.
Hey, let me jump in like quick. Ask you something right quick. What people can find you, man? You had one of the greatest shows. I'm just gonna say this before. One of the greatest shows ever. It's slept on. If y'all want to tune in to a good show, I don't care if he talk to a preacher, a woman, a religious woman. It don't make no difference, man. His shows be entertaining every time.
I try to have a good time, man. Follow me on Facebook, man. I'm Sebastian Cole. I got a music page, and then I also have my personal page. It's my personal page where I really be doing all the talking, man. But I also have Respectfully Disagree on YouTube. You can check me out on Respectfully Disagree on YouTube. And I do a lot of posting. I post whatever I do on Facebook on Respectfully Disagree on YouTube. And basically, well, first off, shout out to Pastor Carl Hill, who is a pastor from my hometown, who was bold enough, brave enough, kind enough to join me on Respectfully Disagree, because he knows that my heart is not to hurt him, right? I don't believe in what he believes in, but he's a good brother, man. That's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? So we get on there, man. We chop it up. We talk about whatever. On Respectfully Disagree. I also talk about all kinds of issues, man. I talk about women and men issues, the scams y'all be running on each other. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, try to give real answers out here.
I really mean that he have a great show. I troll too. I be trolling. Him and LP Light. Shout out to LP Light. I troll both of their pages, man, but I catch them. So yeah.
Shout out to LP, man. That's the homie too, man. And he's quite the believer, you know what I'm saying? But a good-hearted man, and one of the best barbers you'll ever meet, man. That brother can cut some hair. Now, if he give credit to God for them edge ups,
you go rock with him on that one, ain't it?
Glory be to God for the edge up, my nigga. That edge up be anointed, boy. I'm talking about anointed. Yeah, your beard crispy out here, boy. Yeah, so shout out to LP, man, for sure, man. You know, and another thing
y'all both for Alabama?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man. And that's my barber when I go home. You know what I'm saying? So another thing I want to say right quick though is I don't want nobody to think that I'm anti the theist. Make sure, okay? I want to make sure you know that I'm not. I got love for human beings. Period. What you believe in is irrelevant to me. I got love for human beings. I just find a flaw in this thought pattern. You know what I'm saying? So I got nothing against Jeremiah Judah personally. That's the homie personally. but I find flaw in his thought pattern. But he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a good guy. I mean, other than the fact that he will lie. I'm gonna start calling him Jeremiah Judah. That's his name. Jeremiah Judah 7000. Because he will tell you a whopper. But other than that, he's a good kid, man. Shut up.
Yeah, man. So yeah, shout out, man, to everybody watching right now. I want to get some people to come on, so I'll probably be dropping the link in a second. You want some people to come on, man?
Yeah, man, chat with me, man.
Yeah.
I love that.
We're gonna have a couple of JJ supporters in here. You might get it, bro. You might get that smoke.
Man,
I'll tell you.
Bro, you see the smile on my face. You see the smile on my face. I was already ready, buddy.
What is y'all topics in the debate? You haven't read
yeah, I'm gonna read it directly off the text so I won't get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. And this is from his text to me, so he can't say I misread it or nothing. Let me see. Let me find out exactly what it is. Hold on. Because I asked him to make sure, hey, this is how we want to go do it. Okay. The debate for the topic is Theism versus Atheism. What's best for the community? And I'm assuming he means the Black community. But it literally says Theism versus Atheism. What's best for the community? So that's what we're going in on August the 14th. I would do it right now, man, but he's not prepared. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving him time to ascend to the mountains.
He said he on vacation right now, but I'm talking about y'all. Do y'all have any specific points y'all go hit, like points?
I asked him if he wanted to hit certain points. He said he wanted to keep it broad. He just wanted to show in the overall what was best. And so I'm taking a broad net to it, and I'm gonna show you in
that's gonna be all over the place.
Yo, you know how he do it. but I'm putting together a very concise argument, man. I'm starting with the simple fact of this ain't real. This just isn't real. This is not testable. It's not provable. It's not verifiable. God can only exist in the possibilities, in possible worlds. In philosophy, he can only exist in possible worlds. This ain't the world we live in. We live in an actual world, and he don't live here. So I'm gonna start there, man, and I'm gonna show you all the logical fallacies that we put together in order to hold on to that, and then I'm gonna show you how that plays out in our everyday lives and why that does not do us any good. Right, I'm gonna put that together. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, only true information is practical and applicable. You got to know that, man. You got to know that. Religion is the only place in the world I can assert something that is not evidently true or that is evidently not true, and you still call it the truth. This is the only place in the world I can tell you something that is not evidently true or is evidently not true, and you still say that's the truth.
So we want evidence for everything else in the world.
Everything
else except this
and you
God
can't show me
thing.
one drop of evidence. You can show me some allegories. You can show me some analogies. You can't show me any amount of evidence. You have no evidence. You have some incredulities. You have some misunderstandings. You have no evidence.
I some misunderstandings too.
You have no evidence, right? And so I'm coming to put that to bed. And this is not to what's the word I'm looking for? Ostracize my brothers and sisters who believe. I got no problem with believers. I think everybody got every right to believe whatever they want to believe. But if you try to tell me that your belief somehow outweighs my lack thereof, and so your life is somehow more fulfilled than mine, well, then lay your life by mine. Let's look at them.
So what you think about Jeremiah Judah saying he come to the debate to convert people to the Most High?
Man,
listen. Bro, that won't go foul with them.
Listen, man, listen. All a theist can do is proselytize, because the only confirmation that exists is the fact that someone else is telling the same lie. Let me say that one more time.
Bars, go back. Bring it back.
All a theist can do is proselytize, because the only confirmation that exists for them is that someone else is believing that same lie, right? Because they can't confirm it in the world, they got to confirm it in each other. It's an echo chamber. So yeah, he coming to proselytize. I have no reason to proselytize because I have fact. I don't have to convert you. You don't have to believe what I believe. That's kind of the point. You don't have to believe what I believe. I don't have a heaven nor hell to put you in. I'm not going to scare you with hell or bribe you with heaven. I don't have to do that. I've got the truth. I've got what we can verify. I got what we can go test and learn from. Right? Y'all think all the answers happened 2,000 years ago. I know we still getting answers today. Just the other day, they found out that in the center of every black hole is a whole new singularity. But James, John, Peter, they couldn't have never come up. There's a whole new singularity. In other words, there's the potential for an entire new universe in every black hole. But Jesus wasn't talking about that. He couldn't get you there. Moses can't get you to that.
Man. Ooh. Is you gonna be hard on my brother JJ, or you gonna get him some mercy points?
I told JJ I'm finna beat the Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Judah out this nigga, bro. I'm finna beat the four fathers out this nigga, bro. I'm finna beat this nigga with the denied stone. He don't want me, man. Like,
damn, hey, but to be fair to JJ, he said that he beat you 2 years ago.
He did not.
You ran in front of the debate. And what is this story?
Okay, here's the story. Okay. One day we in the back chat. First and foremost, if anybody knows Jeremiah Judah, you know he will tell a whopper. Facts. A whopper, bro. Here's how it went down. We was in the back chat and we were talking about the Big Bang in the back chat, right? And I was like, why are you so against the Big Bang? I know lots of people who preach the Bible that the Big Bang is in the Bible. He said, man, the Big Bang ain't in the Bible. I say, it's lots of people who preach that it is. He said, you want to debate that? I said, sure. I don't know why we're going to debate it. I could just show you that people preach it. Nah, man, let's take it to a debate. Okay, cool. Now, what he did was he took the fact that I was going to debate him that people preach the Big Bang in the Bible and put the Big Bang on trial. We were having two separate debates. He was trying to debate the Big Bang to see if it was true. I wouldn't debate the Big Bang with you, nigga. The Big Bang happened, right? I'm not going to debate something that we know happened. Hush. I wouldn't debate that with you. My debate was to show him that people preach the Big Bang out of the Bible, which I did. After 2 rounds of me recognizing that he was just talking out his ass, trying to come up with, again, showing he doesn't understand the Big Bang theory. I was like, man, fuck this. I'm not doing this. It's a waste of my time.
But that's how a lot of people do science, right? I know people who do genetics like that, evolution like that, in the Big Bang.
And abiology.
They would try to tear it down, and it usually be appeal to emotions or ignorance of the people, right?
Yes.
They would try to tear it down to prove they God or their Bible or something. Like,
yes.
That ain't how you do nothing, test something down, or make up all these questions in the debate. Like, bro, they don't have nothing to do with nothing.
What they try to fit their guy in whatever gap that I don't have an answer to, right? Which is actually okay by me, because what that's made me do is go get some answers, right? Yeah. Bro, that's made me go out there and really get my reading done, really get my research done, really understand what it is I'm talking. And I'm not a physicist by any means. I'm not an astrophysicist by any means. Yeah. I am not an evolutionary biologist by any means. I am getting ready to go back to school though, because I am going to become an evolutionary biologist. But and that's not so I can make any money. That's just because that's something I want to learn. But and I'm gonna go next fall, by the way, just so anybody want to know. I'm starting next fall. But the issue is, anytime you don't come up with an answer, see, he don't know. God did that. You still didn't tell me how God did it, so you don't know that he did it. You can't just put up a suspect for a crime if I don't have a motive, if I don't have a fucking motive, a way that they did it, a mechanism by which they did it. If you ain't got no murder weapon, you ain't got no evidence that the person did it, you just can't say, oh, this person did that. That ain't how that works. I gotta have the mechanism and the motive. I gotta have all that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh,
we
yeah,
don't know that part, so we just gonna say you did it. Man, that ain't how that go.
Yeah, it is. That would you to come down to put God on the on the sheet of paper. Thing you go pass.
Yeah. And it would actually be more honest to say, I don't know. Craig, ain't nothing wrong with saying I don't know. Bro, it's so many things I don't know, man. I don't know. There's so many things I don't understand that I just do not understand. And you do your work, you do your best work to just say, I do not understand that. Because the moment you assert God, then I still need to know how it happened. And the answer to that question is, I do not know. Then if you don't know how he did it, how do you know that he did it?
Yeah. So yeah, man. I'm trying to get some people in here though, right now.
Man, I bet I know who you won't get in here.
Who?
Jeremiah Juvenile.
Oh man, you got JJ messed up. Anybody out there, get JJ a call right now. I know he was in.
Get top on the
call.
phone.
Yeah, get him on the call because you got my homie JJ messed up right now, Sebastian. He is not running for you, bro. He's not running for you.
He just running, man. He ran all day the other day. I gotta give a queen phone. Then he got the phone. Couldn't get it. Man, get out of here, bro. He's running, man.
Say it ain't so, Jeremiah.
I call him Duck Dynasty. Duck Dynasty, Duck Hunt, the mighty duck. If you don't give a damn, we don't give a duck. Nuck if you duck. All that. That's him, bro. He on that. Duck them other niggas because I'm down for my niggas. That's all JJ, bro. He's a ducker. He's a runner. He's a track star. He gonna run away when he get hard. That's what he do. That's what he do, man. That's what he do. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna find a video where he came on my live trying to start some shit and ran. I'm gonna go find that video, repost it. He ran. Got him in the hot seat. He ran. I don't run from nothing and nobody. And I'm okay with just saying, I don't know. You understand me? Like, I'm okay with just saying, I don't know, baby. I don't know that part. I had studied that. But that don't mean you get to assert your God. Because if you do, then you still got a long way to go. You got to prove how he did it. You got to prove that he exists first. You hadn't even made it past that. I shouldn't even be taking this. I'm gonna take it. What we really should be just debating: does God exist?
Yeah. Does God exist? Oh man,
does God exist?
Okay. I mean, that will be a good debate. Y'all probably get around too if you don't beat the brakes off of him. So
man, I'm finna beat the brakes off him, man. Bring me somebody better for that. Bring me somebody.
Yeah. We gonna have to find you somebody better. Anybody want to debate Sebastian on does God exist? He giving an open invitation, but you to him. Yeah. This is where you got to be better than JJ.
You got to be better than JJ because first of all, all you're gonna be able to do in the God existence thing is bring up some philosophicals. So you're gonna hit me with the moral argument, the Kalam argument, the cosmological argument, the ontological argument, whatever. Right? But none of that is proof, right? Basically, all you're doing is saying, "Oh, well, in this space, he could exist." That's all you got. That's all you got is that he could exist if you turn your head this way and realize we don't know what that is right there. That's all you got.
So they be trying to slick throw in the God of the gap based on philosophy.
Bro, this is all God of the gaps, man. It's all God of the gaps, bro. Like, show me some positive proof. I was in the back chat today, chatting with a brother, running all the way around the world trying to compare God to the number 4. Bro, hush, son, hush. Right? If we put God on trial to be guilty of existence, you would have to show some proof that he existed. he is innocent of existence. You got to show me some evidence of his existence. You can't do that. You can't say, well, he could have did it right here, and then, well, we don't know what happened exactly right here, so that must have been. In any court of law, that wouldn't slide. That wouldn't slide. And you basing your whole life on something you couldn't even get a prosecutor couldn't even get a damn indictment on.
Oh shit! Oh! Let me announce. Hold on. Let me let him in first. So before he come in on you, let me announce the great boy. Shalom, JJ 7000. Let me give you an announcement though. Shalom, JJ 7000. I know you trying to connect your audio right now. He hit the link. Yeah,
don't like
Shalom, JJ 7000. Let me announce you, the people champ.
The people champ.
Oh man, stop that now. The people champ is in the house, and I know he got something to say. What you got to say, brother JJ? I see you trying to connect to his audio, so I guess you get to throw some shots right now.
Oh man, there you go, man. I need him to find a God that give him a stable Wi-Fi connection first. Just start there. Just pray to God that your audio work first.
You 30 making JJ. Oh man,
it's always some, man. It's always some with him. There's always more problems. Look at it. Anyway, man. He got a long hill to climb, man. And
got a long hill to climb. Yeah, but we talking about the community now, the black community.
Yeah. I believe what is best for the black community is applicable information. The end. Man, you give these kids tools and look what they do with them, man. When they got something that can really when they got something that they can make something out of that really does something, that really gives an answer. Bro, I'm looking at every year. I be so happy because every year around.
We got another guest on right quick. JJ, you still connecting your audio?
Yeah, he can't do
it. Yeah, but let me get this other brother to come in. I don't even know who this is unless I know him by his nickname.
Well, let him know. Let's see what it is.
His name Jeremiah.
Jermaine.
Okay. Jermaine, yeah, Jermaine Tober. What's up, brother Jermaine Tober? I guess I'm trying to, I don't know. This
he trying to get his audio connected now. My audio connected with no problem.
Johnny?
Audio ain't connected. Did you?
Yeah, both my brother's audio, connected. You know, they used them string yards and shit.
Yeah.
It's on the best though. You know what I'm saying? String yards just look good.
Man. Now you muted, Jermaine. Hit the mute button.
Yeah, hit the mute button.
You're muted, bro, Talbot. Hit that mute button one time. There you go.
What's up with you, brother Jermaine?
Still don't hear you. And you hit the mute button again.
See what the champ gonna do, the people's champ.
He ain't gonna do nothing. You see what he over there doing?
I'm trying to see what he gonna do. People's champ. You gotta give him that work, man. This brother Sebastian very cocky, like he just gonna wipe the flow with you. He been spit bars on you too, fool. I'm stitching.
Simple, man. This ain't nothing, man. They calling you, bro. That's you.
Yeah, they're Jeremiah.
Oh, he can't get his phone to work. Now he want to get on that.
What's up, Jeremiah? What's up, Jeremiah?
It ain't gonna work. It's trash.
You want me to see you the Zoom telephone number, then? See if you can try that. Hello. Want me to see you the Zoom telephone number? Yeah, you want me to see you the Zoom telephone number? See you can get on it. This he hear me. So let me see if I can give him the Zoom number. Keep on talking. Yeah. Keep on talking though.
Yeah, his working mighty fine when he was on out there with his dog.
He did out there with his dog.
Yeah.
Man, you can't dirty back him like that, man.
Yeah, man. man.
Oh,
we saw
man.
it. We saw it. Everybody see it, man. It's all good.
We gotta get Jeremy because I know he gonna have some words for you, bro.
Let him get on. I'm just gonna wait for it.
Yeah. But I wish brother Jermaine could get on there and talk for a second, But anything else, man, you got going on in the social media world? Any
Man,
new
I'm
topics?
everywhere, Sebastian Cole, man. If you ever looking for me, you can look on any social media, Sebastian Cole, all one word. You know what I'm saying? I got a few little characters that I've been building up. I got the Black Guru that I work on. I got
that's my favorite character too.
Yeah, I got the Black Guru, and I got a character named Luxury. I'm kind of building up on. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. I'm just having a good time, enjoying life, trying not to take it too serious. Trying not to take it too serious. That's all. Enjoying life, enjoying all these. I'm hoping that everybody healthy and safe from the COVID or whatever.
For the COVID, yeah, man. You know that's a controversial thing for the Black community too.
Man, and you know what? You know what's crazy is they did a study in England, and where they compared COVID death rates to religion. And you know what religion had the lowest COVID death rates, man? Christianity. Yeah, it did.
They had the lowest death rate?
Yep, they did, because they had the lowest COVID death rate. Christianity. You know who had a lower death rate than them, though?
Who?
Atheists.
Oh, man. Yeah. Atheists go get them shots.
I had to, because God told me to protect you from COVID.
We ain't studied the moral philosophy of that.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. That's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? We just going to look at the empirical data.
Yeah.
See, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that on his side. He doesn't have empirical data on his side. The numbers are on my side.
They try to kill us. They try to kill us.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Yeah, I think this brother Neo Love right here is coming on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
What's happening?
Yeah, is that Neo Love? Yeah, that's Neo. Neo, I hope you can connect, goddamn. Y'all niggas acting funny around here, man.
What up, bro? We hear you. We hear you.
We hear you, Neo. Let's speak up a little bit, though.
Your shit ain't working, Craig. I don't hear shit.
We hear you.
That's crazy.
We hear Neo.
We definitely hear him.
There goes Sonny right here. Let me get Sonny in here. I hear you, though. Let me give him let me tell him about camera. I'm trying to find a number for I can't get. Hey nigga, I hear you, nigga. I hear you though, Neo. Hand language, nigga. Yeah, what's up, Sonny? Sonny connected. The fuck was it? Me? That's a kid. What's up, brother Son?
What's up, Craig?
Ain't not much. You got in, I see.
All right. I think I'm in now.
You in there. You got
y'all hear me? Y'all hear me, bro?
Yeah, we hear you. But we Sonny, you gotta wait to Sonny now. What's up, brother Son?
Nothing much over here, barbecuing, tapping in at the same time, trying to get information,
Yeah, get that info. But you been hearing brother Sebastian go in today, man?
The one that was just on Facebook?
Yeah. Who on the show with me? Yeah, I'm trying to get Jeremiah Judah in here, but Jeremiah Judah having connected problems. But
that was his name, Sebastian?
Yeah, that's Sebastian,
bro. Yeah.
Peace, brother. How you doing?
Man, I cannot complain, bro. How you feeling?
All right. Shoot, trying to get this together.
Yeah, get your barbecue on, man.
Yeah. Let me go holler at Neo. What's up with you, Neo? Brother Neo, love. You know Sebastian, though. You know this nigga, don't you? We can't hear you now, Neo.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know Brother Sebastian real well.
Hey.
Cheers, I see you over there toasting up. I'm toasting up too. You heard me?
Hey man, I love that. Enjoy your night. How you feeling? What's on your mind, man?
I just was checking out your broadcast, and it was a funny broadcast. I heard you saying a lot of stuff about the theist side and the religious side, and I believe that a lot of the stuff you said as far as the unknown applies to science as well. We take science as a definite, and that's what the caller that sent that message in, that's what he was getting at too. A lot of these scientific theories, especially when it comes to evolution and the Big Bang, is the unknown for us. We don't know that. We have not experienced evolution or the Big Bang.
Pause. You have a dog?
Yes.
What kind of dog you got?
Well, a pit bull.
You got a pit bull. That's a terrier, right?
Yeah.
That's a terrier. You know that there was a master terrier dog, right?
Yes.
Okay. You know that Yorkshire terriers and pit bull terriers are both from the master terrier, right?
Of course.
That's evolution.
No, that's not evolution. That's breeding.
That's exactly what evolution is breeding.
But no. What you're saying is
evolution is natural selection. So
breeding.
Whether you breed it or not, those specific dogs came from certain areas that got bred.
Pause. Let me finish. What I'm saying is you're talking about taking one species, mixing it with another, and creating a whole new species, and a human doing that. We're talking about, when we talk about evolution, we're talking about a single cell organism evolving into everything we see here. Absolutely. And that's something different. I don't think anybody in this room has ever taken a single cell organism, a protozoa, an amoeba, or anything of that sort,
or protista,
made a human out of it.
Wait.
No. I'm going for the big shot.
Okay. All right.
Single cell organism.
But there's a
wait. Hold on. Okay. Let's be completely fair here. Have you ever seen the letter A write an encyclopedia? Just hear me out. Have you ever seen the letter A write an encyclopedia?
Come on, bro.
Did you answer that, Dion? That's a simple question. Answer, bro.
No simple question.
It's a simple question, bro. Simple answer.
Turn your sauce down, Craige. Turn your sauce down. That was. I'm gonna let you explain. I'm gonna let you explain it because I'm not about to answer that one.
Okay, no. That's a new question. And the answer to that question is no. You've never seen the letter A write an encyclopedia, right?
But see, you're answering my question. Your question.
Well, no. Let me.
You didn't answer my question.
Let me keep going.
No, you never made a single organism turn into a human being, right?
Well, no.
He asked you that question for a specific reason, though.
Actually, I have. At one point, you were a single-celled organism.
Bro.
At one point in your life, you existed as a single-cell organism.
No, a zygote is not a single-cell organism.
A gamete is a single-cell organism.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because a sperm fertilizes an egg. That's a sperm is one cell.
Yeah, but it becomes one thing.
Egg is another.
Yeah, it becomes one cell.
And an egg.
Yeah, but it becomes one cell.
That's called life still. And that's
but it becomes one. Now you're talking abiogenesis. Wait, that's different than evolution. Right? Abiogenesis.
They don't become one cell, they become two.
No. It splits in mitosis. You become one cell first, then you split into mitosis.
Yeah, I need to see some sources on this one.
Okay, easy.
Mitosis and meiosis
joining.
Yeah, this is mitosis and meiosis, right? You start as one cell and then you split into two. And we've definitely seen single cell algae become dual cell algae. We see that in the lab all the time. This is
we don't see that algae turn into a human, is my point.
Bro. Okay, all right.
That's the point I'm making.
Okay. It is the exact same mechanism though, right? Okay. So if you're saying to me, I tell you what else we don't see. We also don't see human beings poof out of nothing.
I ain't never seen Jesus Christ before a day in my life, or this God the Father, but I can record empirical data on.
Right, but we've never seen a species poof out of nowhere. We've never seen that. Never ever. We have seen morphological changes through a fossil record. We have seen genetic tracing through a living record. Okay,
right.
All right. So we have seen that. We know that we share between 94 and 96% of our DNA with bonobos and chimps. we know that we have the exact same ERVs in the exact same places, which is exactly how we tell paternity.
We know Uncle Moon, share a lot in common with them,
Yeah.
but that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is, just because we know all of that, and you're talking about minute evolutionary changes, that has nothing to do with a single cell organism evolving into complex organisms, animals, and then turning into humans. You couldn't, like, even if you don't go to the single cell organisms, if you just start with monkeys, there's no scientists in the world that can turn a monkey into a human.
But you're not understanding how selection pressures work. Okay.
Nope.
Evolution is the theory of species diversity. All right, that's going to take a lot of time through certain alleles in a population. So allele frequency. Okay, so let's just say this. Let me say this like this. 4,000 years. I have a friend right now who is part Zimbabwean, Nigerian, Chinese, and English. Okay. 4,000 years ago, that human being, it would be virtually impossible for that human being to exist with those phenotypic and genotypic traits, right? Because the sexual selection and the environment would not produce that thing. Now that the sexual selection and environment has changed, that portion of our evolution now exists. Okay. Now that would be completely impossible 4,000 years ago. I literally needed the time. I needed the environment to change. I needed the pressures to change. Right. These things are, so you can't go from a single cell organism to a grown man in a day. No, you cannot. You literally need the Earth geological time.
How long does it take?
I mean, it took us, let's see, we've been here for about 300,000 years. So it took us about almost 5 billion years.
How old are you?
I'll be 40 in January.
All right. So it's safe to say that you have never experienced it, and nobody on this planet has ever experienced that, which was your premise with religion early.
No, that wasn't my premise with religion early.
You see,
that wasn't my premise at all.
You see, hold on. I'm one of the ones who understand more than we. So you wasn't talking over my head. I understood everything you said, and that was your premise when it came to religion. If you can't,
no, that wasn't my premise at all.
This is what you said. If you can't test it and reproduce these situations, then you can't say it. You can't just say God.
And I can test a single cell to a multiple cell.
You cannot reproduce a single cell coming into a human. Not a single cell organism.
But I know the mechanisms by which it happens.
Hold on. But you cannot do it. You cannot reproduce that process, that evolutionary process. You don't live long enough.
I literally can do it. I can literally do this, bro. Like this is not hard at all.
I want you to take a single cell organism, a paramecium, and evolve it into a human.
Give me 5 billion years. I got you.
Let me ask a question real quick. Yeah. Hey, what would it look like to you if you was to believe into human evolution, right? How fast do you think that they would evolve, and what would it look like to you if they evolved that fast?
Talk about me or him?
No, him.
Craziness. That'd be crazy to watch evolution.
The point I'm saying is that it's impossible. I know it's impossible.
But I'm asking to clarify my understanding, because there's a bunch of ways really to explain it, but if you're not really trying to hear
Darwin and Darwin's
it's kind of hard. So I got to figure out where you at with it to really understand like the whole little thing.
Right. So in order to figure out how to explain
if you did believe in it, the question was, how fast do you think it would work, and what would it look like to you?
I don't think it would work.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Can I ask one more question? I'm saying, if it did, because the way that we're telling you, we explain it to you step by step. So wait. If you don't understand that, or you don't get along with that premise, what would it look like to you for you to believe it? Because obviously there's no way for you to believe it.
Guess what it'll look like? It'll look like a Harry Potter book. It'll look like make-believe. It'll look like fiction. What I'm saying is impossible. I'm saying nobody on this planet has ever experienced this process of fair organism.
Let me say I agree. Wait, hold on.
Let me finish, Sebastian. I'm answering his brother's question.
Okay. And then I want to ask you something. I want to say something.
Right. So what I'm saying, nobody on this planet has ever experienced, meaning witnessed and was there to witness a paramecium, an amoeba, a single cell organism that we were learned about in school, evolve into a fish, a dog, a monkey, and then a human. We have never experienced that. We are only believing this process happened because we were taught that by our religious leaders called teachers.
Okay. Can I say something real quick?
Wait,
wait. Hold on.
He didn't really finish the question.
Hold on. I want to say one thing.
He got cooked already. Go ahead, Sebastian.
One quick thing. Okay. All right.
This nigga's crazy.
Do you believe in paternity tests? Do you believe in paternity tests?
What do you mean believe in it?
Like if a paternity test
exists, yes, they exist.
Do you think that they're true?
I mean, 99.9% accurate. That's what.
Okay. All right. So would you take the word of a paternity test? If a paternity test said that you were
close enough.
Okay. All right. Okay. How do paternity tests work?
They match your DNA evidence, your DNA material versus the parents. And
versus the parent. Okay. All right. So do you know that DNA can test other kindred too? Right. So I can find out who my cousins are through DNA.
Right.
Okay, because I can find out who my second and third cousins are through DNA.
To some degree, yeah.
Okay. What degree can I not?
Once it gets further and further, like you already know, like what you said earlier, I already understand that everything on this planet is related genetically, in a range of 75 to 90%. So there is a close relation to everything that's on this planet. Genetic.
Okay. So
genetic variation.
Okay. So let me ask one more question.
Cockroach in us.
Just so I understand. So you believe that we are genetically related?
Yes.
Okay, but you don't. How did we get relation if we didn't have a common ancestor?
Because everything on this planet was made by the same process. The process.
No. Plastic doesn't have DNA. That's made by the same process.
Living thing on this planet. I'm sorry.
It was made by the same process. And what was that process?
Same process. Well, you know what I'm gonna say the process is.
No, I would like to know. Just say it. What was the same process?
God.
God.
It was created.
It was created. Okay.
Created. That's what I believe.
Okay. Great. Okay.
It's called God breathing life in the man.
God breathed life. Okay. All right. Fair. Okay. Do me a favor. Have any new species existed since God breathed life?
No, and guess what? No new species existed since evolution.
Pop up all the.
Okay, wait. No. Fair. No. I just want to hear what he got to say. So there are no new species that exist.
Not popping up. Somebody said it, but not popping up. There's no new species just popping up.
Okay, fair.
A chihuahua with another species of dog and create a new species, but that's just
That's a new species of popping up.
Admixture. That's not a new species popping up.
Admixture is a new species. What do you think a species is?
There is no new species popping up out of thin air is what I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. So they're not just being created out of nowhere is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay. So do you believe that the flood happened?
What is
Noah's flood?
We're talking about. Yes, I do. I heard you speak on it earlier. Yes, I do believe it happened.
Okay. All right. So how many animals do you think were on the boat?
Bro, I can't answer that question.
Okay, no, it's no problem if you can't. It's okay. But do you think there was one of every or two of every species of animal on the planet?
Well, actually, the Bible, if you read the Bible, it says 7 of each kind of
clean. Well, it says 2 of each kind one time, and then 7 of clean and 2 unclean. But that's 2. But that's 2 completely different stories mixed up together. Yeah.
You know, it was 7 clean.
No. The first time it's just a pair, and then the second time it says a pair, and then 7 pair. But that's neither. There's 2 stories mixed together in one because it was but nonetheless, okay. So you believe that's what you believe it was 7 and 2. Yes. Okay. All right. So there was 7 different every species of every single species.
Yes.
That exists today.
No, not species that exist today. No.
Okay. So what was the line in taxonomy that was drawn?
I don't know, Sebastian. You don't know.
No, I don't. But I mean, I don't believe it happened at all.
But so I'm saying you're asking. Okay, what was the first animal created in evolution? I could ask you that. You're not gonna know that.
Well, yeah. We.
No, you're not. No.
I mean, it literally had.
You're not gonna know that the order of evolution. You're gonna tell me.
It's literally called Luca, right? Our last common ancestor. Like it's literally called Luca.
I didn't say our last. I said the first animal created
Oh, that's the first one we got, though. I mean, that's the first one was Luca. Okay.
I said what was the first one to evolve from this paramecium and this amoeba and this protozoa?
Mm-hmm.
What was the first animal created from that?
Luca.
Okay.
Okay, dog.
Go
Luca.
Go ahead.
But nonetheless. Okay, so we don't know. So, but you would have to assume that though, if you didn't get every species on the boat, in order for us to get all the species we have now, that those species would have to evolve, right? Again,
right. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Okay. So if I had 2 wolves on the boat, if I had 2, okay, but I'm saying if I had 2 wolves on the boat, right?
Right.
Those 2 wolves would have to become. You do believe that dogs are related to wolves, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So those 2 wolves would have to become all the dogs, right?
Right. But
okay.
I believe that because that's what I was told.
Oh no. How else would it happen? Unless we put all the species of dogs.
My scholarly.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I gotta open this again.
My scholarly religion called education taught me that.
Scholarly religion, bro. Why you?
Called
okay.
So I believe that.
That's how you try to justify your religion craziness.
No, don't do this.
They call it school religion.
Away. Don't stand in the gap. No, you don't want to debate me, Craige.
Hey, I debate the shit out you. But Jeremy, but we're gonna let Brother Johnny talk. Cause Johnny be holding down. What's up with you, John? I can't hear you now. I guess your Bluetooth ain't working. Your Bluetooth ain't working.
I can hear you, Johnny.
Okay, sorry about that, fellas. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Yeah, he said I tried to help you out because I was trying to.
And I've been.
And he got 2 trillion species of animal on this Noah boat.
Oh, that's what he got. Okay. That's cool. So all the species. Okay, cool. If that's how you see that, then I won't even argue that, my bro. I will accept that. I think that's great. If that's how you think that, I won't argue that at all. I'm actually really proud of you for even saying that. Now, and I'd like you to test that hypothesis.
How are we gonna test these hypotheses?
Well, just see how many. Just take the surface area of the boat. This is simple. The boat, the measurements of the boat are in the Bible, right? And then just take all the species of animals that you can think that we got listed, and see if I can get 2 of them to fit in that space.
All of them.
This seems simple. This is really simple. You can do that.
So you have to cut down. You have to cut down the taxonomy, bro. You have to cut it down, and they gonna have to evolve for you to.
No, but he said they did evolve. So let's just test it. How about this? This is fine. Let's just this is good math. This is easy math. Just take the surface area of the boat. How much of the walking surface area we have, right? Or the volume of the boat, technically, because I guess you got to stack them on top of each other, right?
I know when you go to the volume of the boat and you try to get technical like that, I could easily play the biologic material and the genetics was on the boat. I could easily play that card. So.
Play it. I don't care how you do it. It's fine. Just give me a working model of the boat. However you want to. Just bring me a working model of the boat. We can test it.
The ark was a lab. The ark was a lab. Then
okay, fair enough. Just bring me a working model of
biological material, and Noah didn't carry the actual animals.
Great. Okay, so just bring me the working model of that lab.
Okay. Well, as soon as you bring me the working model of how a single cell organism,
absolutely. All you've got to do is read.
I don't need that. All you got to do, I need you to bring
the models already there.
Your experience, because you said if you did not experience, this is what I'm quoting from you.
I did not say me personally, sir.
So
I never said me personally, sir.
So if you did not experience,
sir, I never said me personally.
If you never did it yourself, then you're going on a belief, Sebastian. Still,
no, sir, I'm going on the testable word of.
Testable? Did you
testable word of?
Did you test it?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
I've literally made a new species of dog. I've literally done
I'm not talking about a new species of dog. I'm talking about turning that single cell organism into a dog.
I've turned a single cell organism to a double cell organism.
I'm not talking about a sperm cell.
Bro, I would need 5 billion years, bro. The mechanisms are there.
So you cannot test it. That's my point. It's impossible. So anybody who tell me they did this is a liar.
Bro,
unless you're immortal, unless you're here for 5 million years and 5 billion years.
Bro, but I've got all the proof that it happened. I've got all the ERVs. I've got the genetics. Again,
circumstantial evidence at best.
No, it's not circumstantial, bro. ERVs are not circumstantial. What are you talking about?
That's circumstantial evidence.
That is not circumstantial evidence. That's hard empirical evidence, just like a DNA test.
Oh yeah, that's my tattoo, by the way. Yeah,
that's a nice tattoo, by the way. Nice tattoo. That's not circumstantial. That's empirical.
That's circumstantial.
How is it, bro? Your DNA test is not circumstantial.
What I'm saying is just because something happened on a smaller scale doesn't mean that it happened on a larger scale.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that if I have the same ERVs in the exact same places as a chimp, that means we have a common ancestor. We couldn't have got those in the same places without one.
That's still speculation.
That's not speculation. How can we get those ERVs in the same place without them? That's not speculation.
There's a million different causes that could come from.
Okay, give me one. If there's a million, give me one.
This is the one you were taught.
No, give me one. Give me one. Give me one.
Like I said, well, hold on. No, I'm gonna say what I was trying to say because you're trying to. All right. So what I'm saying is just because you turn one species of dog.
No, that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about ERVs.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about ERVs.
I never got a chance to speak on it.
We already said this. You said just because I turn one species of dog to another. Okay, we passed it. You're right on that. Now tell me about these ERVs.
Wait, say that again.
Just because I turn one species of dog to another, that don't mean nothing. Great. Tell me about these ERVs.
I wanted to hear you right part.
You're right. You are absolutely correct. That means nothing. Now tell me about these ERVs.
All right. I don't know anything about ERVs.
Okay, find out about ERVs and come back talk to me.
All right.
Okay. All right. Next point.
Who else next?
Again, what my brother just did was he argued from his lack of understanding.
I banged him in the corner. You heard me?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I told you the mechanism was sexual selection. You agreed with me the mechanism is sexual selection. I proved that. Bro, we just talked about turning one species of dog into another with sexual selection. You agreed with that.
Sexual selection is not the same thing as a single cell organism evolving, not through sex.
Evolution is through sexual selection. What are we talking about? You are arguing from your lack of understanding.
I'm still stuck on that single cell organism. What is your
go read the research on it.
Evolve.
Go read the research on it. I tell you what. If I give you one evolutionary test, just one basic first year biology evolution test, if you pass that test, then we can have this conversation again. Because you just do not understand the mechanisms. And that's okay. And that's okay.
No. We need a third party to administer the test. And I want you to take it too.
Absolutely.
I'm an artist.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I guarantee you. I'm absolutely pretty damn close to what you do or better.
Absolutely. Bring the test out. Because if you understood basics of genetics, then you understood how we understand paternity. And if you understand how we understand paternity, then you understand the mechanisms.
IMMS, that's a Struman Middle Magnet School. You heard me?
I didn't say you were dumb. Wait.
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to let you know that I'm one of these black guys who understand more than weed.
I did not say you were dumb. I'm saying
more than just your weed analogies that you made earlier. I understand.
Bro. I didn't say you were dumb at all. I didn't even know you were coming. So that was not by any means personal to you.
Craige warned you. He warned you. He told you.
No. But I said that a long time before I knew you was coming. Like, by the time he started talking about you, he was already here. So none of that was to you. All I'm saying to you, my brother,
like the candy man, I'm here. I'm coming.
Oh, absolutely. That's fine. All I'm saying to you is, let's just go take a simple genetics class, and if you pass that first test, and once you understand what an ERV is and how it is placed in the genome, then this will make way more sense to you. Okay.
Gotcha. There's nothing we could test now, just like this evolution theory you're talking about.
Okay. All I know is that the evolution theory has saved more lives than the creation theory. Facts.
But it's not proven. That's all. That's my only point.
Let's just say it ain't. It's working better than creation. It's saving way more. We making way more medical advances on evolution than we ever could in creation.
How can you prove that statement, now?
Bro? Because all of our biological science is based on evolution. And we are living twice as long a lives as we lived just 200 years ago because of our biological science advances. That is empirical.
But that has nothing to do with evolution.
That has the way we develop our medicine is based on evolutionary science. It is, as a matter of fact, you can go to the National Academy of Sciences. They will tell you that evolution is a cornerstone, the cornerstone. We have more proof of evolution than we have of gravity. Gravity is a theory too, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Right. Okay. All right. But we have more information about evolution. It is better researched and substantiated than gravity. And gravity works.
Yes, it does.
So does evolution. It has worked so many times that
if you can't reproduce it, you can't say that.
Bro, that's like you asking me to. That's like you telling me to have 5 birthdays in a year. Of course I can't have 5 birthdays in a year. That doesn't mean I haven't had a birthday. I've definitely had a birthday. I've had 5 of them. If you go, well, have 5 more right now. I can't have 5 more right now.
My only point, because you made this elaborate, beautiful statement about with religion, none of this stuff can be tested and reproduced. And I'm just saying there's scientific stuff that cannot be tested and reproduced. It's just a belief.
Bro, but I got the mechanism by which it could happen. My point in that statement was show me the mechanism by which God could have created. Show me one.
You're looking at one.
No. Your mom and dad had a baby. I know that for a fact. Like,
damn, Dio, you gonna just do that, Dio?
I might be the immaculate conceived.
No, you weren't immaculately conceived. You have a mother and father. You got a belly button and nipples, my man. You got a belly button and nipples. You were not created.
Have you ever seen my belly?
I'm gonna just go ahead and make that as an assertion. You're gonna have to prove me wrong on that. But that being said, come back and show me by any mechanism that God could have created there. Because you asked me a lot of questions. So let me give you the same one. And now notice I had answers to your questions. Now they might not have been satisfactory to your answer, but at least I had them. Show me one mechanism by which.
Yes. By which what?
God has created anything.
All right. I'm gonna show you that mechanism. In our book, the first page, when you turn to the first page.
No, sir. You're gonna show me the
assertion. Hold on. Let me finish.
Okay. Well, 1 second. I need a cigar.
Before you try to shoot it all. Before you try to
wait, hold on. Give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hold on. I promise I'm gonna shut up. Hold on. Just give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hold on.
You gotta go get a cigar, brother. Be patient, bro. For this.
I promise you God. I'm finna sit silent. Hold on. I'm coming back. I ain't need but a little time, and I'm finna sit absolutely silent. I'm gonna hear every word you got to say. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't want to walk off on you while you talking. Hold on. I'm finna sit silent. I am silent.
My bad, y'all. Get off of that.
I'm sorry, Neil. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
All right. So when you turn to the first page in the Bible, it says, "And God said, let there be light, and light was." Now, your own scientific religion that you believe in also talks about what happened when God said, let there be light. It was called a Big Bang. So that Big Bang occurred when the Creator said, let there be light. Your own science confirms that.
I think he forgot your question.
Yeah, I know. I think he did too. I was going to wait for him to keep going.
That was my answer.
Wait. We're talking about species.
That whole Big Bang theory that's involved.
The Big Bang theory has nothing to do with biological diversity.
That whole Big Bang, you said created anything. That's what you said. I heard what you said. So that whole Big Bang theory came from religion, from the Bible. The scientists came up with that theory from the understanding of the Bible. They were trying to understand God. That's what science was about.
They were trying to understand God, but
they were trying to understand what He did.
You're right. They were all creationists. Dr. George Lemaitre, who was a priest, a Jesuit priest and a scientist, a naturalist is what they called him at the time. When he came up with the Big Bang Theory, he brought it to the Pope. And the Pope said, "Oh, this means God did it." And he said, "Sir, I don't say that. That's not what I'm saying." He said,
"It doesn't matter what he's saying. Science has always been attempting to explain what God did." And by
at that point, you're right. I agree.
By explaining what God did, they tried to leave him out the loop.
Okay, but wait, go back. Now, so you're saying that the Big Bang was light?
Yes.
Okay. Can you show me proof of that?
What else? Can you show me any kind of bang that doesn't involve light?
Absolutely. Expansion of space.
That's not a bang.
That's what the Big Bang is, the expansion of space.
The expansion of space. It is it.
When I say bang and anybody I know say bang, it's usually
that's not what the Big Bang is, sir.
The Big Bang is a bigger light.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's an expansion of space.
Space expanded when God spoke.
Right, but you said it was light. You said it was light
or bang.
Yeah, but you said it was light. Yeah, no, but there was no light. There was no light. There was no light.
There was light.
Where was the light?
Light.
No, I'm asking in the Big Bang. Where was the light?
In the bang.
No. What created the light?
You think it was a spark? You think it was a spark?
Yeah.
It was a spark.
No. That's not.
No,
that's not what the Big Bang says. See,
that's
again,
not how it works.
That's not how this works. Okay. Again, my man.
You didn't get light until almost 100,000 years
later. Yeah.
Wow.
It was hundreds of thousands of years later before there was any light.
Okay, so y'all was here to witness that.
That's what the math teaches us, sir.
Oh, so that's what your religious leaders are telling you.
No. Can you show me math of God?
Hey,
bro, listen.
This sound like when
do me a favor, Craige.
What's that?
Craige, can I show my screen in any way? I don't even know.
Yeah, let me give you permission.
I don't even know
so
how.
Yeah,
champ is here.
No, bro.
What shout out to JJ 7.
No, what you're doing is you're arguing from your lack of understanding. Let me start with the word religion first. Let me start.
And JJ 7,000 of say whenever JJ you ready.
Okay. Let me just start with this so y'all will stop saying this. Okay. A religion is a belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. That's all it is. That's what that is. Stop using that word. I don't have a religion, sir.
Yes, you do. It's called
I do not have a belief in, nor do I worship
a
superhuman controlling power.
Yes, you
especially
do.
not. No, I don't even worship. No, I do not worship nature.
You have a belief in it. I don't say you worship it, but you.
But you can't say religion then.
It is religion.
No,
it is a belief.
No, this is
it is a belief. You have no evidence.
A belief.
You're saying.
That belief don't mean religion, brother.
You can't prove any of this stuff.
I can totally prove you that nature exists, bro.
Because your priest indoctrinated you.
No, bro. No.
Bro, that ain't what religion is. Indoctrination don't mean
that's not
religion, bro.
It's okay.
You just doing something.
It's okay.
You just talking right there.
I like you.
Hey, this sound like when you.
I'm trying to
Ratchet Craig.
I'm trying not to let this show get money.
That's not how any of this works. Okay, that's not how this works.
I'm gonna let the next call and take the questions in because y'all.
That's not how any of this works, bro. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, you tried to feed your little Bible. I understand your little God, your little deity.
Yeah, I live God.
Yeah, deity.
I live Mother Nature. That's
I don't have a Mother Nature. I do not have a Mother Nature.
Sure, you do.
How are you going to assert that about me? How?
Because you've been talking about it all this time.
I have not mentioned Mother Nature once.
So evolution and all this is not a process of nature.
But why does it got to be a mother?
Mother nature is different than nature itself.
No, before nature there was Mother Nature. Mother Nature came before the term nature. They just took.
Bro, how can Mother Nature?
Okay. Oh my God, that's what Mother Nature is. Nature, bro. Nature and Mother.
The word nature and the
word. So you said there was
exist.
So you said it was a mother. Nature got a mother. Right now, Neo.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yes, you is. By saying Mother Nature.
Craig. If I told you no, I'm not saying.
What the fuck you saying then? How you trying to insert that on here?
Calm down.
Trying to insert that on me.
Calm down.
If there was a Mother Nature, then Mother Nature would have to have a mother.
No. Mother Nature.
Grandma, it'd be Grandma Nature.
Grandma Nature and Great Grandma Nature.
The term nature came from the idea of Mother Nature. Which
prove that, please.
which was a deity.
Prove that for me, please.
When you take a course in etymology,
I've taken several of them.
All right, well, you got to take another one because you.
What course did you take so I can read that course book?
I took theology.
Okay. So what book did you read that in? Did you have your textbook around?
No, I don't have my textbook around.
Well, can you quote that from anywhere? Can I just Google that? Because I can Google it.
This is 20 years later.
Okay, well, can you tell me how to Google it? Because I'll Google it for you. Can you offer me any proof of that?
Google it.
Okay. Mother Nature came from nature.
Nature came from the idea of Mother Nature.
Yeah, okay.
So what about Father Time be?
Came from
that's the same day as time.
That's Mother Nature. Okay, let's see what we get here. I'm sorry.
But still, so Time gonna have to have a father. Just using that word, even if it is true, we know it ain't true.
No, bro.
You believe it's not true,
bro. The word nature has existed long before the Middle Ages. Mother Nature as an idea came up in the Middle Ages. Okay. So to try this again, what were we saying again now? Because that's not even etymologically, that phrase didn't exist so much later. So what is this again now?
Yeah, that's just somebody being poetic, Mother Nature.
Yeah, that was a cute thing to say, but that's not true.
Nature personified as a creative and controlling force. That's
right.
What the definition.
I do not personify nature as a controlling force.
Mother
or
Nature,
a creative force.
The earlier ancestors did.
That's not me. You just asked me what you talking about me.
You. I didn't.
You said you. I have a belief. I have a religion.
No.
I have.
You're getting sidetracked.
Bro, I'm not. You literally said I.
The thing we were discussing was that nature came from the term Mother Nature. That's
but what you just said,
I didn't say you
opposite of that.
Got it from
what you just read proved the exact opposite of that. You said that nature was personified, which means nature existed first.
Got it from that. I never said you.
But that means nature existed first. It was then personified. Nature existed first. So no matter how you try to twist that, nature was here first.
Earth. So the Earth and Mother
Earth existed before Mother Earth.
Okay. All right, if you say so.
We couldn't even say words before Earth existed. We wouldn't exist without Earth. The idea of Mother Earth existed after the idea of Earth. But okay. All right. Let's move on to something else.
I'm waiting for you to move on. What else y'all got?
I gotta laugh because
I gotta laugh too.
I gotta laugh because you really just made two whole ass assertions out of cloth, out of thin nothing. Like you really just made up. You really just made up like
really
the mother like for no reason. Like did nobody ask you to do that? Nobody asked you to do that.
That's an uncomfortable laugh, and you
no. It's uncomfortable for you because you literally made that up out of nothing, like for no reason. Like you made that up for no reason. Why did you make that up?
I can tell a real laugh, and I can tell a fake laugh.
Why did you make that up?
Your theatrics are great.
Let's say they are, but why did you make that up? You're making things up are great.
I'm not making anything up,
bro. What you just read contradicted what you said.
I thought we was moving on.
Oh, now you want to move on. When I said move on, you're like,
you want to move on. I thought we were moving on.
Oh my God.
You want to harp on it. You just backed into a corner and you don't know
what corner am I in? Tell me the corner.
Every time after JJ.
Name the corner I'm in.
I might have to take Sebastian on after the champ.
What corner am I in?
Can somebody tell me? August 14th. After the champ bruised you
up. What corner am I in?
August 14th. I might have to take you on for a
what corner am I in? Can somebody show me the corner I'm in?
This is interesting.
Can somebody show me the corner I'm in?
I like making you sweat.
Because basically all he said is he doesn't understand evolution, which I said earlier. He doesn't understand evolution.
You said that.
Bro, you just said you don't understand the mechanism by which evolution works, which I understand.
I told you if you look at my transcript, it surpasses yours. That's what I told you.
No, you couldn't have said that.
Yes, that's exactly
those words never came out of your mouth. They just came out of your mouth.
It's coming out now.
Okay, but what you said was you don't understand the process of evolution.
I never said that.
Bro, you really did. You said you don't know the mechanism by which a species changes. You did say that.
Okay.
So you do know the mechanism by which a species changes?
If you say so.
No. Let's just get it. Let's just get it out there.
I'm just saying.
Do you understand the mechanisms by which species change?
This is what I'm telling you.
Wait. This is a simple question, sir. This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you.
Okay, tell me. My transcript and my education surpasses yours, sir.
Okay, so do you understand the mechanism by which evolution works?
I understand more than you understand.
Okay, but do you understand that? You might understand more things than I understand.
More than you understand, yes.
So you do know how the mechanism by which evolution works? That's a simple question. That's a yes or no question. That's a simple question. Are you in a corner, sir? You don't want to answer me.
No, I'm not in the corner. You're in the corner.
Oh, no. I'm asking you a very simple question.
You're fighting to get out. You're fighting to get out.
Gorgeous. Handsome. I am not in a corner. I have answered every question you brought to me. I've answered every single question you brought to me.
No, you haven't.
Name the one I didn't answer.
I don't remember. We can go back and watch it.
Okay, rewind the tape and name the one I didn't answer.
The single cell organism.
I told you we've watched single cell organisms become dual cell organisms.
No, we did.
And I told you that we needed time to do that. I needed 5 billion years.
So how did we watch it if none of us was here for 5 billion years?
Bro, we watched a single cell organism become a double cell organism. We know the mechanism by which it works. We just need the time to go from point A to point B.
So you have not watched it.
I didn't say I watched the molecule become a man. I told you that.
You just said you did.
I said we watched a single cell organism become a double cell organism. You really
never witnessed it. You never witnessed it.
Bro, did anybody else hear me? Craig, did you hear what I just said?
Clearly for the audience.
Yeah.
Okay. What did I just say, Craig?
Craig don't know.
You talk about what about I would eat? Get my mouth full. What I witnessed was you say through development, things take over time, development, but even being a single cell, even with pregnancy and stuff like that, like we know they all multiply for now.
So we not only do we know it can start as a single cell, we know the mechanism by which it can grow, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I said.
Yep. Like you can witness that. You can witness that even in the baby, the bride that we know today. It started off something small, the frontal lobes and all that. Even in the bride.
Okay, all right.
And you can see that through the animals.
That's not evolution, though.
You can see that in the animal takes place too, just like that in the animal kingdom.
That's
what evolution is.
That's not what evolution is.
What the mechanism?
Me having a baby and that baby growing up is not evolution.
That's what the mechanism. You got to have a successful offspring.
You can say 40 million.
That's literally evolution.
That's not evolution.
You got to have a successful offspring that produces successful offspring.
Reproduction. If that baby that I produce is the same thing as me, that is not evolution.
Evolution never teaches that something becomes a different thing.
It does teach that.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't, bro.
That a single cell organism evolved over time and became everything that's on this planet. That's different.
And it is still made of those same single cell organisms.
So let me ask you, is a protozoa in the same classification scientifically as a human being?
Absolutely. We are both eukaryotes. We are both eukaryotes.
That's a lie.
We are both eukaryotes. Put some on. Bet $1 on that.
That's a lie.
Bet $1 on that. Bet $1 on
that. What bet $1? $1 bet. $1 bet.
$1 bet.
The same species is
$1 bet. $1 bet. That a protozoa. Yes, is a eukaryote and a human being is a eukaryote. Would you like to bet that?
A human being is not a eukaryote.
You are okay. On that note, I know you know nothing of science. We are definitely eukaryotes.
Classified as an animal, a Homo sapien.
Bro, before
not a Homo sapien. I said,
bro, we are eukaryotes first. We are in the animal kingdom.
I said species,
bro.
I said species is the.
You asked if it was in the same classification.
Is the species of a protozoa the same as the species of a human?
No,
a human is a Homo sapien. That's
no, but the species of a German Shepherd is not the same species as a fucking Yorkshire, but they're still dogs.
That's my point. I talked about species.
Maybe the liquor.
No, you did not say species. You
might
said classification.
Slow down with the drinks right now, because
bro, I wish we could. Can we rewind this, man? The man literally.
You better rewind it because I just got you in the corner.
No, bro. We are both. We are both eukaryotes.
We are eukaryotes.
That liquor, that's not your species, nigga.
Bro.
Yeah, we don't care about this.
Say all you want, but that's not your species.
We are all mammals.
That's not your species.
We are all
mammals with a dog, with a York.
Mammals not
with a York.
Mammal is not the species.
But it don't jump.
You said classification.
It don't jump like that, bro.
You said classification.
I said that evolution is one species going to the other species.
Yeah,
no,
organism.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said. That's not what you said.
It evolved over time into all the complex species. One single cell organism evolved over all this time into every species we have on the planet.
That's true.
What the theory of evolution is.
And that's true.
And you have never.
You see that in the domestication of cows. You see that in the domestication of cows.
We see that in the domestication of corn. We see that in making bananas. We've seen this too many times.
They speciate. Everything speciate. So you know, okay, humans can do it. So why nature can't do it? If humans can do it, why nature can't do it?
He said his cousin was a banana. That's what y'all.
His distant cousin is a banana.
But don't think that he gonna think that he thinking cousins like family and shit.
Yeah, his distant relative is a banana.
He's not talking biology. He talking family.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like if you talk ancestor, he think you talk about ancestor of a family.
Well, let's talk family. Let's talk. I'm gonna talk to you, Craig. I'm gonna talk to you just for a second.
Yeah.
Craig, you got any children?
Yes, I do.
How many kids you got? I know you just.
I got 3.
Birthday. Okay. Happy birthday to your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter. Yeah, actually, for matter of fact, it'll be my other daughter's birthday. They're on the 24th and 25th.
Oh man, that's amazing, man. Happy birthday to them both. Okay, so right now you got 2 daughters and a son, or what you got?
2 daughters and a son.
2 daughters and a son. That's a blessing. Let's just say let me use your son just for a general example. Okay?
Go ahead. Are they Homo sapiens? Are they Homo sapiens?
Yes, they are Homo sapiens. Wait.
Yeah, but you breed something. Yeah, you breed the same species.
Follow me out. Hear me out.
That's not what evolution
I'm talking to
says.
Craig. Neo, can I talk to my mans, please?
Go ahead. I'm a mute.
Okay. All right.
I'm about to eat this Chinese.
Yeah, eat your Chinese.
Okay.
Eat that. Okay. All right. So you got a son, right? And your son is gonna marry, or perhaps might marry, or have some offspring, and you'll have grandchildren, right?
Yeah.
And let's say your son marries a black woman, which cool. He marries a black woman, and they'll have another black baby, right? And so you got a black grandbaby, and then that son, or let's say he has a son, and then that son marries another black woman. And he has another. Now you got a black grandbaby, and you pass. Yeah. God forbid, but time happens and we die.
Yeah,
right?
So I ain't mad at you for saying it.
Let's say your great grandbaby marries a white girl. Okay, I'm just hypothetically speaking, your great grandbaby marries a white girl. And now all of a sudden you got a mixed great grandbaby. You probably got all other kinds of great grandchildren that's still black, by the way, right? So let's say all your 2 daughters, all their kids are still black. But now you got this one baby over here that is mixed, right? And then let's say that mixed kid goes to NYU and meets a French girl, a Nigerian French girl though, okay? And so that baby marries that Nigerian French girl, and they go back to France. Now, keep in mind, you still got all these other black grandbabies, great grandbabies over here. That one baby goes to France, or that one couple, they go to France, and they have a kid in France. Okay. Now, something weird is going to happen to these kids, right? Just because of the environmental pressures. Watch this. That baby that's born in France is not going to have the same first language as you. First off, this baby probably won't even look much like you phenotypically, but nonetheless, follow me, still your grandbaby, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, but now it doesn't have the classification of American anymore. It is now a Frenchman. That doesn't mean it's not related to Americans. That doesn't mean it's not related to Africans either. But just keep going. So now this grandbaby, you 4 greats in. This great grandbaby happens to marry a girl from Morocco. Okay. Now keep in mind, you still got all these other babies that still existed, and they still look just like you. They still live in Memphis, right? But you got this one string that's now living in Morocco, who speaks French as a first language and Arabic as a second language, that looks nothing like you. Does that mean they're not related to you? No, that don't mean they're not related to you. That they still got a same common ancestor. Okay, let's say that baby lives in Morocco and all their grandbabies from that point on remain Moroccan for 100 generations. And all your other grandbabies remain American for 100 generations. Now, at some point, there'll be a huge difference in the way they look, their entire phenotype, their whole skull structure will change. They won't look anything like you anymore. But is that still your great, 100 times great grandbaby?
Yep.
We have just witnessed evolution.
Because things got to change phenotypically to even change into species.
Thank you.
If you go back further enough, it separate from it.
Most snakes have the exact same bone structure. We know them to be different species because of their phenotypes. But nonetheless, it is okay to just say I didn't. That's not what I thought evolution taught. And it's okay to say that. But nonetheless.
Yeah, I think the problem with human species is because we are the only human species here. Like the Neanderthals and shit.
They all died off.
They all was around, the Soviets, Homo erectus, and we see how they look and shit, and they was here with us. We'll understand it.
But we can find the DNA. Like we know that some of our Homo sapiens are part Neanderthal. We know that.
Yeah.
Like we know this to be true. That's not a get. We see the DNA. There are some people who have Neanderthal DNA. Although they are Homo sapiens, they are part of the Neanderthal evolution. We know this to be true. Like the Devenizens, we know that a lot of people in Asia are part Devenizen. We know this to be true. That's not something we're guessing. We can test for that.
Yeah, we found the fossils and
the genetic record.
The genetic record. Yep.
Okay. And we know that Neanderthals broke off from us a long, long time ago because of how distant I did. We are not descendants from Neanderthals. We have a common ancestor further back.
Yeah, the Homo habilis.
Habiligenesis, yes.
Habiligenesis.
Yeah. Right. We know this to be the case. What we do not know is that any God poofed anything out of anywhere other than somebody said that some God told them that.
It blew life in dirt.
We have no proof that existed other than somebody said God told them that. And God will tell people all kinds of stuff. What God tells people has not been proven to be true. I can show you right now.
There's no scientific study on God.
Right. I can show you right now tons of preachers who said that Donald Trump won the election. They are wrong. And they still preaching it. They are wrong still now. But they said God told them that. We have no way of verifying that there is a God, period, let alone what God told you. And the only place you can put a God is in the place that you think I cannot answer a question. Although I answered that question very astutely. Just because you don't understand that mechanism doesn't mean I didn't give the correct answer.
Yeah, it's because you disagree with my answer. I mean, if the answer is not true, you just don't agree.
Right. And all that, and you still never showed the mechanism by which God could create. Not once.
I told you they got to attack science to make their God.
But keep in mind, let's say I wasn't a scientist at all. Let's say I did not believe in science. Let's say I was totally anti-science. That don't mean that there's a God. I could come up with any postulation. Again, I could say a flying spaghetti monster poofed all this into existence. I got just as much reason to believe that as you got to believe a God said it. Only thing different is you got a book. But if somebody write a book about the flying spaghetti monster, I can point to that book too. As a matter of fact, I could type right now, in the beginning, this flying spaghetti monster made the heavens and earth. And I got just as much reason to believe that.
Right, we might start a cult with a few followers, about 200 years later, this shit might be worldwide.
Might be worldwide, and everybody will believe that the flying spaghetti monster created the earth. But the flying spaghetti monster did not create the earth. I have no empirical data that shows that. Like I have no empirical data that says that some God did it. I have no empirical data that shows that. Now, that doesn't mean that God doesn't exist. That's not what that says. Just because God did create the earth doesn't mean God doesn't exist. That's two different things. Two different things. Right. And they need to remain two different things, because I never want somebody to hop out there and say, well, because you can't explain how that happened, then God. No, you've got to prove that God exists first and foremost.
It is arguing just for I accept this as a fact without even, you know what I'm saying? That'd be a problem. Like, yeah, you can't even. Like
he did.
You got to build up
down about that and couldn't prove that God even exists.
Right. That's what you in the JJ debate gonna be about, right? Something similar on their lines, right?
We're gonna talk about what's better for the community. That's what we're gonna talk about. What's better for the community.
Is it what these brothers on here want to talk about? What they think was better for the community? Like Saudi, I see JJ. I don't know what's up with JJ. He can't get no connection. He over here. He listening to you, bro. He's scoping you out. He's scoping you out. Get him, JJ.
None of this is a part of my debate.
Yeah.
None of this is a part of my debate. But he's welcome to all this information. And I told him that before a debate, man, before a court case, the defense and the prosecution, they have to put out their evidence in front of each other. They have to. So I'm glad to do this with JJ. Like, I wish he wouldn't be so scared himself. What the facts that I have are going to prove themselves. That this has nothing to do with like, I'm willing to share this with him. Very, very willing to share this with him. Because that's.
Hey, I say you share to him when he had dropped out the line. When you doing the live, the statistics, right?
Mm-hmm.
And boy, them statistics gonna be hard to get around.
He's gonna have to get around them. And I shared that with him. Because I wanted him to know the kind of information that I was bringing to him. And even when he's going to bring that atheists have higher suicide rates than other people. And I'm going to show you in the exact same study exactly why they have. I read the study. And I'm gonna show you exactly what the prognosis of that is, why they have such high suicide rates, and it's going to be a condemnation against theists, but nonetheless.
Okay. This is a question, right? It's just kind of off the subject a little bit, right? But it's about atheism.
Mm-hmm.
I will ask the question: Black Lives Parade in the Sabio. Do we accept? I'm talking about us, right? Not about the definition of atheism. Us as being black atheists, me and you right now. Do we accept people who replace God and the whole, the angels and stuff like that with things like great aliens, people with advanced? Now, do we accept them as up under our atheist umbrella, or they just got a whoop God belief?
Here's how I look at this, man. I'm a purist when it comes to definition, or as they might call it, a semantist.
Yes.
Atheism has a definition. Atheism is the lack of belief in God or gods.
Yeah.
If that person says they don't believe in a God or gods, then I have to accept them as an atheist. Now, they might not be the same kind of atheist as me, but keep in mind, there are no two Christians that are alike.
But they believe in a great alien, though. It's like.
But is it a god? But they're not calling it a god. Like
they say if they say that it came down here, it taught us a base. Okay, do you believe that if I just believe in angels and no God,
then that's an atheist?
It's right there. Okay.
Yeah, that's not. You're not lacking the belief in a supernatural. You're lacking the belief in God or gods. Now, if you lack the belief in supernatural, that's different. I happen to encapsulate both of those. I don't believe in anything supernatural, but if a person says I don't believe in a God, but I believe in like,
we know that they really talking about a damn God.
Yeah, but I take a person that
unless it's deity. unless a deity sometimes is still a god, though. You know,
could be, but I let every man define themselves. It ain't my job,
okay.
right? I let every man define themselves because there is no proof of any of that, right? So
Yeah,
whatever
no
you
gray
say,
aliens.
whatever you say you believe in, that's fine. I personally don't believe in anything supernatural. That's my type
gray
of
alien is supernatural, so you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I equate God to supernatural, so the gray alien I equate.
But there are Christians who believe you need to be submerged in water. Yeah. There are Christians who believe that you need to be sprinkled with water. They are both Christians. Just because they disagree, right? That's fine. I let you define yourself however you define yourself. I am not the gatekeeper to atheism.
Yeah, I'm not the gatekeeper either. I'm just saying this between us. Do we like? That's why I say us. That's not the definition.
I had a brother tell me he believed in Atlantis. He was an atheist brother. Told me he believed in Atlantis, and I was like, well, that's not my kind of atheism. But okay, I don't believe in that either. But okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
I guess I'm a part of the scientific community too much, and I. You know, I mix my atheism up with science. I ain't gonna lie. Like I rep both like hard. So
yeah, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay to substantiate. As a matter of fact, I think it is wise to substantiate whatever you believe. This is called epistemology, right? You need a good epistemology. In other words, why do you believe what you believe, right? So how did you come to believe that, right? What is that belief based upon? So if you're saying, hey, my lack of belief in God is that I have no scientific evidence of a God, well, okay, that's fair enough. Your atheism is based on the scientific method, but your atheism is not necessarily scientific. It's based on the scientific method.
Yeah.
Right. A lasagna is not spaghetti, although it's based in the same kind of noodle.
Yeah.
Right. So the ideas here that you're saying, there are tons of people who are atheists, but they might be humanist atheists, or they might be extraterrestrial believing in atheists, right? And that's fine. I'm not here to strain people's belief systems. I'm saying that mine is I believe what I can verify.
I guess why I asked that question is because I do when I get into an argument and a religious person come along, it seems like they relate with the religious person more. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
well, but see, again, man, you cannot fact your way out of what you did not fact your way into. Right? The putting the burden of proof on science, and even if you said, "Hey, man, there's some things science can't answer," I will agree with you there. There are some things we do not yet understand.
Yeah, true.
I will agree with you there, right? But God doesn't help us understand anything. I do not know the mechanism by which God did anything. I do not understand my world any better by saying God did it. It is not helpful at all for me to claim that God did it, because then I do not understand it. I do not know how God did it. I have no clue as to I don't know anything more about the world that I live in by claiming that God did something. So God is useless.
Sorry, is you there? Or you fell asleep on us? Because I see my brother Johnny, he jumped off for a second. He was having a phone issue with the Bluetooth anyway.
Yeah.
I wish JJ just hanging on. I don't know what's up with JJ right now.
He just listening to be listening, man.
Yeah.
He know what he just ear hustling. But just so you know, man, JJ, if ever you want to just sit down and talk, bro, I will give you everything I have for this debate. I'm saying this on live, so
I would invite JJ to do his own little spiel without you on there interfering, Sebastian, until like the end.
Man, bro, I was like, man, let him do his thing.
Yeah. But I do want y'all to have a little small competition, but I want to get him like his spiel. And you know what I'm saying? See who we gonna bring out. See who we gonna bring out up here and on here, and you know, do his JJ thing. Like JJ, I love the brother, so you know,
that's my man.
Yeah,
JJ, my
man.
man.
I know he's your man too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but he got to get stacked up in this debate though.
Bro, he gonna have to come with it on this debate.
Y'all gonna be friends afterwards. If you drag, or y'all gonna be friends afterwards.
Man, we've been friends this long. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna still be friends, man. You know what I'm saying? JJ he's a smart man that will not recognize the extent of his intelligence, right? And he's stunting his intellectual growth by not searching the things he doesn't know. And I believe that JJ can understand this. Like I believe that anybody can understand this. All you got to do is put your head in some books, learn, and then test it. Go out there and see how scientists came to believe in the theory of evolution, why it has not been broken after 150 years. Somebody would make a whole lot of money to prove Darwin wrong. A whole lot of money. Because
he
would win a Nobel Prize. That's $1 million prize immediately.
That might probably be a billionaire in this day and age.
Yeah.
Instantly. You're deifying Darwin right now, by the way. That's your prophet. That's your prophet.
That is not my prophet.
Muhammad.
No, that is not my prophet, sir. He did not prophesy anything to me. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But I will say this about Darwin. If he was around,
and Darwin
today,
was a Christian, by the way.
Yeah. If Darwin was around right now, he'll probably be a D student in goddamn science and biology right now.
Darwin never heard of a gene. He never knew what genetics was. He didn't know anything about it.
Probably a D student. I've been high grades than Darwin right now. I just wanted to know that.
Yeah, our taxonomic system actually came from what's my man's name? Not Lemuel. What's my man's name? The taxonomic system. I can't remember his name. It started with L though, but that came from another creationist. Like people who made these advances in science made them from a biblical standpoint.
Sing the praises of Darwin. Sing the praises of the great Darwin.
Yeah, see, that's how Darwin like a boogeyman to them. You got to understand.
Well, sing the praises of the great Jesus. Okay, I'm.
Sing it from the mountaintops, brother. I'll sing it from the mountaintops.
Yeah, okay, great. That's cool. I'm not saying you shouldn't. All I'm saying is that if you think Jesus gave us anything, if you think he gave us anything, which he did not give us anything new, but if you think he gave us anything, then you have to think that
nigga walked on water, nigga. That nigga was a magician.
He didn't teach you how to walk on water.
Yeah, you got to teach. That nigga do magic, nigga.
Yeah, right. He didn't teach you how to walk on water.
That nigga was a voodoo. That nigga was into voodoo.
Newton gave us mathematical things that we could go test and try. Right? He gave us relativity. Einstein came and gave us special relativity. Right? All right. So, in as much as you can sing the praises of any human being, sing my praises. I'm a good person. And I like when people say good things about me. Sing my praises. I do good things for good people. And they
bro, you don't know how to do magic, bro.
I'm not magical at all.
Yeah, you don't know how to do magic right now. Do a magic trick right in front of us, like Jesus did in the book. In the book,
right? But I'm okay with singing praises to people, bro. Man, I sing the praises of Martin Luther King. I think Martin Luther King did a lot of great things, man. I sing the praises of Malcolm X. I think Malcolm X was a great human being. I sing the praises of Nat Turner. I think Nat Turner was a great human being. Shit, I sing the praises of my mama. I think my mama is an angel, bro. I got no problem with singing praises to people for what they did.
But that's another thing with religion. You know, Jesus said, go against brothers against fathers, and you know what I'm saying? You gotta put God before your parents and shit.
Mm-hmm. So, all that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let y'all have all that.
So shit, they don't give a fuck about their parents and shit.
I put something in front of my parents too. If my parents were trying to sacrifice me on a mountain and burn my body, I put something in front of motherfuckers too.
Yeah, like Shaka Zulu dad to try to get him killed.
yeah, anything come for a nigga who try to kill me. You dig what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is, come August the 14th, it's gonna take a lot. Y'all gonna have to do a lot better than this. JJ, you're gonna have to do a lot better than telling me you don't
not study with Neo.
Yeah. You're gonna have to do a lot better than telling me you don't understand how evolution works.
Hey. I got you, JJ. If you hit me up in the inbox, I teach you how to take down the great Sebastian.
Yeah. Teach me how to help him out. I'm trying to give him all the cheat sheet I can. Because what he gonna have to go up against when he finish all that, he gonna have to beat these statistics. And these statistics are brutal. You heard them. Them statistics are brutal.
I think you need to look at your video again. That's what he really need to be. Because you was dropping a lot of info that I know you gonna be using in the debate.
Yeah.
So
go figure out how to counter that. Go figure out how to counter that. And do the best you can. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to you coming with something that tops what we know. I'm looking forward to you proving that wrong.
Because it's about I guess, you know what I'm saying, you know, atheism just a response to theism, right?
No, wait. See, here's where I think we go wrong. I would like to establish that atheism is the null set. Atheism is first and foremost natural.
Yeah.
Not a single soul comes here with a belief in a God or gods. Not one person.
I agree.
You were not born with a belief in God or gods. You were not.
But I think what's man gonna say that, you know, they always do the belief argument, right? But belief is not synonymous with a God. Though.
You were born. You evolved to believe things. Fair enough. But you did not come here with a belief in a God or gods, which is why.
Or religion.
Yeah.
That's some cultural stuff, right?
Cultural.
Yeah. So they can't say that we was born to believe in a God.
Yeah. That's cultural. That's not natural, right? So atheism is the null set, right? People convert atheist. Right? We start out as atheists. Right? And if we're gonna be our true and natural selves, we are atheists who are trying to understand the world. Right? Every baby starts out as an atheist trying to understand the world. Now, someone installs the app of religion on their hard drive.
They hijack our beliefs.
Right, and
here is automatic belief.
Religion
hijack.
Yes, but that app was not how you came. Right, atheism is the null set. Atheism is the factory set. Right, so now people install the app, and that's great. But I promise to you, you go out and try to do some science based on creation. You go out and try to do anything based on creation, other than something philosophical. You go try to do something, like produce something based on creation. Post something in some scientific journal based on creation. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. That's why I'm starting school again next fall. So I'll tell you, I'm gonna do the same thing. Using a naturalistic methodological perspective, and we'll see who gets published first. We'll see who gets cited first.
They're gonna say because you know what they say about creation. They try to stop us. Conspiracy theory.
No, nobody's trying to stop you. Keep in mind, the world is mostly Christian.
Yeah.
Right. So Christians have control of all the things. There are tons of Christians who are scientists. And they don't believe this. There are tons of believers who are scientists, and they know better than this.
Yeah, they separate they don't bring they beliefs, they religion beliefs inside the lab
when they come to do science. They just come to do science. Most of the people in America are Christian, right? So most of the scientists in America are Christian, but only 3% of them actually, or I think it's less than 1% of them believe in the creation story. Out of the hundreds of thousands of scientists that do this kind of science, only 1% of them believe in the creation story. The rest of them have been convinced. Oh no, that's not how that happened. That story is allegory.
It's allegory, yep. And that's what I think was wrong with people who don't have a scientific, literal mind, right? This is like it's something that other comprehension skills, reading literacy, and all that, right? They can't. They got to have this erroneous beliefs and take stories like the Bible or any other religion, right? And believe it literal.
Yeah. And if you read this literally, you lost. This isn't literal. Right. And if you tell me it is literal and then you use other parts of it not so literally, then I have to know what was the arbitrary line you drew.
Yep. What's the
how did you know
demarcation
this
line?
was literal and this wasn't literal? How'd you do that? Oh, the spirit. Okay, now you got to prove the spirit. Right? It's an arbitrary line. And when you're drawing these arbitrary lines, like for example, species is an arbitrary line. It really is an arbitrary line, right? Because we stopped the human species at Homo sapien, but Asians and Asians and Africans are we have a lot of genetic similarities, but phenotypically, we're very different. But there is more variation between me and a Chinese man than there is between two dogs in a lot of cases. They're the same species. You get what I'm saying? So, or they're a different species. So what I'm saying is these are arbitrary lines. We have to decide why did we draw those arbitrary lines there?
Yep.
Right. Why did we draw that as a line?
Because really, when you really look at it, even when you look at Neanderthal, it feels like certain populations that's kind of similar to
heavily Neanderthal.
Yeah.
Right?
Like the Australians, like the indigenous Australians, the Aboriginal Australians, they got a very archaic look. This
you can see that high eyebrow. Yeah. And so, but all that to say, man, and you know what I'm saying. What people try to do is they try to pit science against religion as if they are equivalent. They are not. A faith is to assert a belief without substantiation and in the face of evidence to the contrary. That is the exact opposite of how science works. It's the exact opposite of how science works.
So brother, I didn't mean to stop you.
No, so you can't put those two things against each other. It's like comparing apples and ships, right? Apples and ships. I guess you could put them two together in like a certain way. They both could move, right? They both have potential energy and kinetic energy. I guess you could, but you see how hard it is to put them in the same category, or how distant of a category that is, right? But you're trying to put science and religion together is a waste of time. And I'm not talking about science. I'm talking about atheism. My goal is not to, the question is not which is better for the community, science or religion. The question is which is better for the community, atheism or theism. The question is not who's done more for the community, an atheist or a theist. The question is which is better for the community, atheism or theism. So while and
you know the line gonna get muddy right there, right?
Yeah, but it's gonna be my job to make sure that we stick to the topic. And the moderator's job as well. But yeah. I won't even trust the moderator to do that. I'm gonna make sure.
Who's gonna be y'all moderator anyway? Y'all got one?
JJ and I haven't decided on the moderator yet. I hit him up about that. He said we'll find some moderators or some judges, and I trust him in that. I'm gonna make some suggestions, but we'll figure it out. My goal is to stick to the topic and to work that topic the best way I know how. And I hope that's his goal too. And so I called him today and I told him, hey, bro, don't bring me a bunch of theists, because I'm not talking about what's better for the community, the theist or the atheist. That's not what I'm asking. That's not the topic of the debate. The topic of the debate is what is better for the community, theism or atheism, right? And
the
so
theism, not the is.
Yes.
Yeah, I get you. So, brother, in closing words, brother Sebastian, because I really enjoyed this show. And I love your mind, brother.
Craig, I appreciate you for having me on. I want to say that to everybody that watched this. Please follow me on all social media at Sebastian Cole. That's Cole with a K, K-O-L-E. Make sure that you tune into the debate. It is my goal to liberate people from the gods that have oppressed them over the last 4,000 years. That is my goal. To let you know that you have nothing to fear, that you really are a beautiful, living, thinking, expressive creature, and you do not have to be bribed with the promise of heaven, nor bribed with the threat of hell to be a great person. You are a great person. You are as good as you will make yourself. I want to see each and every one of y'all reach for your highest. Be the highest form of yourself, right? Instead of us wasting time arguing mythology, we should be arguing molecule structure. We should be arguing laws of physics. We should be arguing financial strategies. We should be arguing where to put our next business. Who the fuck cares what Moses said? Moses ain't fed one of y'all ever. We should be discussing strategies, programs, and ideas that have no God-centered anything. They are only centered on the well-being of humans that are alive today. And I guarantee you, if you spend your time studying the way computer networks work, you'll do more for this world than if you spend your time digging your face in some book about some God that some nomadic, uneducated people believed in 2,000 years ago. Don't none of y'all go ask sheep herders right now what to do in your relationships. Not one of y'all have asked a single sheep herder how to fix your Wi-Fi. Not one of y'all have asked a single sheep herder what to do with your carburetor. Because that's not ours. Spend your time learning from the people who are succeeding, and who are leaving things in this world that are not just legacy, but are earth-changing. That's what I believe in. Change this motherfucker. Don't let these folk have us arguing another 50 years about how to get free when freedom is right the fuck in front of us. Man, if y'all show me how to build a pyramid that can harness free electricity from the sun, all that comedic shit they be talking, if y'all show me how to build that, bro, I serve your God. If you tell me your God,
I'm a rock. We serve a rock.
I'm down. If y'all can show me that Yahweh can teach y'all how to build a rocket to space, I'm down. I'm down. But it's got to have some practical application. I don't need your God to tell me not to kill and steal. I've got the California Penal Code to teach me that. I've got a mama to teach me that. I've got evolutionary empathy to teach me that. We are a social species, right? Bring me something new. Bring me something helpful. I can show you right now that naturalistic methodological approaches bring new information to the table on a day-by-day basis that we can build upon, that will set us free. Y'all don't want to get free. Y'all want to bring your gods over into freedom. But bro, there isn't a single culture that's ever had a God set them free. Ever. And you might point to Haiti and you go, oh, they gave credit to their gods, but their gods didn't set them free. Their military strategy set them free. They had to physically get out and do something. That being said, my man, I appreciate you for having me on here, man. I'm out the way.
Hey, brother Sebastian, appreciate you for coming on this show. I enjoyed this. And thing in closing on my behalf is, man, believe, once we evolved at a certain age and our mind start believing, we sometimes we get hijacked by things, but the mind the believing mind fall for anything sometimes, man, and that's what we get taught by our parents. But when it comes to like things like a skill set, critical thinking is a skill set. And that what the human mind is not operating. We are trying to be critical thinkers. So for us to, once you get into critical thinking, man, you don't need that believing mind like that. You try to really get rid of it, much as that's possible.
Every claim, man. You try every claim. Anything you say to me, man, I just want to try to at least see if it's possible. Yeah. Right. Then let's see if it's plausible. Right. And going back to the theory of evolution, bro, at least we know it's possible and we know it's plausible and we have every indication to show that it happened.
Boy, the evidence, like, it's mountains of it.
Mountains of it.
And they build this stuff off of viruses, vaccines.
Bro.
Yep. Diseases, okay. Other diseases.
This is what I'm like telling you, bro. And all of that's built on the germ theory of disease, but that's neither here nor there. But the point being, thank you, man. Y'all have a good night.
Okay, thank you, brother Sebastian, and peace out. And man, love, man. We're gonna do this again one day, hopefully, man.
Absolutely, bro. Let's do it again.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
For sure.
So yeah, man, enjoyed this show with brother Sebastian, man, and you know, just to end the show off, I might go to play a little music or something, man. I supposed to came in with some music, but shit, I enjoyed this show so much. I'm gonna end us off with a little music. That's all. You know, another thing, man. You know, we kicking off the back alley debates live. We kicking it off, man. And I got a lot of people want to get involved. A lot of people want to host. Always looking for fighters. So this one thing, man. Enjoy this, man. Everybody who's been a part of it been loving it so far, man. I just need some new participants. And this is not everybody versus RaXchet Craige neither. So quit calling me out. After we start getting some more bouts, I will fight again. But I got like 3-4 people want me. And I'm like, damn, y'all fight each other or something. So we got like a tournament or something in this shit. I'm already 2-0. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna be fighting me. But all the time. Y'all fight each other. Shit. I know I'm the king shit talker though. You know what I'm saying? But dang, everybody versus RaXchet Craige. Let me go on and see, man. End it off like this. Show more windows. Put this up right quick. The back alley. Yeah, these just a few rules I'm coming in right so far. I'm working on the program to send it out to everybody. So yeah. But you know, I'm gonna leave it like that though. That. I'm gonna end it with the little music. I hear all y'all after this song.
K-roll. This nigga got in his feelings all about that stank hole. But I don't sweat though. Don't sweat. I just keep a spasso. When that bitch is acting shitty, show that bitch the front door. And keep on clocking my dough. I flex my wrist with yayo. Tussin' next be yellow. Cut it with the K-roll. Blaze up a C-note of that sour diesel. Infrared dot on your motherfucking head like the measles. I sip black label, couple grams on the table, boosting up my high to the sky with them booster cable. Name brand, I'm the shit. Stuntastic, I'm on hit. Call me Mr. Snapback, like a foe in a split.
Junkies got get none. Junkies got get none. Here come that junk ass shot.